Good morning to you wherever you are under the influence of my voice. Baby, I want to make an honor, baby. Once again, me watching. There was a safe identity, okay, 101.7 FM. The one you need your concern, no pay me, Mawa Kwaba at the bar, Ade Akye Abia Weekend Special Edition. Yes, so. Abia na Ade Akye Abia journey, and let me take the opportunity to walk you through Weekend Special Edition of Ade Akye Abia. And Penisa, ye dear the BM and the more when you can, yeah. Abasu Banson the ma a japai. Baby, I don't forget the pam, ne wo hiano. The Santi Anna, Fitia Drada Bessi Fiada. I want to watch you be a moo. And somewhat, ye can't dear your minor, a mind yon some. I do come on, I will radio, TV, the Ubanka terminal. Now, what you look on the way, ya. As I be a panic in a by night, yatasi. And some not the idea cutting the panwa. The Ubanka terminal, radio, so TV, so. I won't come about a year deja. It's the same.
Okay, FM.
Hey.
Points.
Now, what you look on the way, ya, not just answer Bertree. As a Libra Ketiano. Your Bertree say, I sorry fundraising. Annual fundraising. Your Bertree. To be sure, say a mountain in ya and no one. And now, what you look on the way, ya, and some of your Bertree view. Now, reason is say, I will say, Crawford, yes, be on the movement or ye did. And to be a movement, to be a way, and now what you know. I'm away, Yabrania Daji, and ten somewhat. Ya de your money, ya, your born come up. A bow may be on a wanted. And I had dance so I need no better. And to Weekend Special Edition of Ade Akye Abia. Near wanted. Say, you can't want some now watching Muno, or better. A been so wow would be. But one uncle see. And to Weekend Special Edition of Ade Akye Abia, what ten some nukusi. Then again, Abia now to see ye. But yes, as my yet patakudano. And I can what you and you might add there. I twice the Rema. I found I didn't quite anonymous Riverside. Was and I got my yes, and I hear the little birds whispering on the tree lights. Oh, when you made then I had the Rema. That was just by the way. I didn't see a single Ade Akye Abia Weekend Special Edition. We recap the major news items, issues no a gentle hagin patakune na wana watching no. Yes, so a butchery. Na yane amanyofo na esinkonya. Then na ya bono tofa na ya penny nu agubra ya de akogu warehouse ho. Yempe carry over carry forward bia. Answer the best in a watchable for etching emuno. Na yade na watching wa yesi muno de na abewie din kom. Arenti Weekend Special Edition of Ade Akye Abia. Your friend last show. Last show. The last political show of the week. Last show. So what you say? All right, 5 after 7 live on OK 101.7 FM. Where your Weekend Special Edition of Ade Akye Abia last show. Last show, the trend say, the last political show of the week. That's right. And it's a one to crown. Then I watch you busy with you crying. Oh, yeah, now no doctor Runti. No wonder, one time radio, one time hear you TV. Problem new. I make a date every Saturday between the hours of 7 to 10. Now, you're born some nechi. I'm what dear call you now. All right, I remain yours truly, Chief Captain Field Marshal. Or Hinena Kwame Amo Abwa for Isaac Opoku. And then could you answer?
Okay, FM.
Abegiashi. And then Isaac Kwame who say do me. Producer at large. And come on. Of the show this morning. Spanky Beba. Na World Cup diaries no what the anantim just as na no ya wada enro afiada enane so far with the World Cup 2026 and some more na FIFA no free we mu fia Them some America as well host to World Cup ni bi ma e is a rapture Yesu be fa ye ko wi ano ma host ni afa wo mo FIFA no eniso no Infantino oh adenu ye mu pa sentia wo mo consider America no put mu say that time no na Senator Donald Trump yon na e wo so no mu fi say Donald Trump betwa 8 years enti o twa 8 years ni wie pe won to me mabiem ti wake up no baba betu no nachi ayese ken Ezekiah oh nyamedin enfie ni bi ka ni mfie ho oto pono bodwa e kire ne mpempena de no the Nebukadnezar ebe hwe ye be spa ye no na ze aka che ne se ne awaye no unua no mayemfo no e ba wo so attack ebe se se onyema ina ne ukromufo ina mo makoye nkoa oyene ne se breben aze aseta ma wawu oso ebeduro no mawudi no problem so ehun enti no mu fi se o madwene mu no tama no mo consider America no no mu nim se kia ke Donald Trump sanso ko another 4 years or call stand no mu fi so bewi ni enti wake up no baba betu no kabra na nko oni ho na betu no well na wo hwanya me nimpa the team kogu baby a ya tro beware of snakes say on no mu nko training ya mi America ona me nko pere yo minini wo missing kura wawu country ba ko na wo ko so ase ho ne fa ko heaven edi ya security de ben ina eche mutu wa na September 11 aka ida mu be ya mu from Osama bin Laden security na me kwa me amu ame kwa doka to kura nche me ho mu be haya na ye di abo mu se no won ko to kura mu azek me bwa Nanya Africa aze na ye leaders ni bi nye serious ko Botswana ko hwe holidays ben na opese wo ko wiase ko juwe ni relax obeba no want of from awunya no Botswana o de ko Tanzania anako Namibia anako sakro kitikiti ofiri e kwam say 1 hour 30 minutes by air South Tomian Principe o de ko na kwa island wo Rwanda cry a guy ya diju omuso ama wo kwa enso na kwa kogina run about him enso to na show ewi agbo na egbo makwa kogina no kansa mu yina wi me ami koi pa tinkata kura bi nchame ho kokomba fu ejan kura bi kibaba ba kura bi nchame ho enso yaseme o ma me nko aja ye me kwa yi ba ku bi a ya feza akwa be menim sa o have passport won se won tan tu kwan but use your passport no eye 2 first one no ya stamp me 3 pe na mzi amentan tu kwan obizam sa denti na mzi mi kro mu ede na mzi mu kro mu ami ko wache ho amu kro mu ami ko tz ho bra wona mu a bebi amoso je so ko o pe bibi a je so ko mo o ko to wie pe no de aba be hede o wa de wi ase ba ko no ewurade na boy yo o ko bi de hu a chinchin Minister Dajino kai Say Infantino wajine ni so Africa has your best referee the whole of Africa the African continent best referee kwa was it no mo dia ba say o say terrorist bi Somalia referee no UEFA dia no mo dia ma no kra no already ate Super Cup no Aston Villa right how many PSG na bebo unrejected because anyway say UEFA won say FIFA asme bo UEFA de no nko Infantino twaye ni tiri wo hyan untumi Kenya sasem bia ntire Donald Trump no say de wo ye ne ye abusa we nyansa be pa ne wo nipa no na memi de mimblemu Donald Trump no mimblemu no mimblemu Infantino no enti o man ye church bia hu say ebia Somalia for no ya de visa ban ato wo so so muntumi ntu kwa America ana mana je bebo and if that is the case adana dadadei moya fixers no edi referees no etototo you know countries free the America na problem wo Canada ni Mexico ni wo mama nko obi nko di boss ni wo say ba ye na Canada for say FIFA mfa na Canada no be di matches no Infantino zeda bi ontumi mfa no kwa matches ewie matches zeda ewie enti we ye boyi manu susum na so meji manu si referee bi yare na ya gine to hospital o meka say referee na wo di that particular match na ya nti match na ye mo ye be postpone ye be referee fo from an ngodi FIFA beka che say wa ye fixtures ni na wi
Okay FM.
ana mana je asuma mi ke elim ebusa for the munti o say ni mu ona monka and then number 2 manu susum na so meji manu si say during World Cup ya na say referee bi sebi o free mu a ya beka say wo wunti sa match na ye mo oh why o da me chance spanky na Uncle Kwesi Pratt nso so edi nkomo na wotwe ana obisa se enipa bi a wo etitre ne ani ntin ne animnyamfo bi a wo mo wa NDC amanyoko nim ayes abase ayese wo munya NDC amanyoko no franka wo mbetu abedi mampeni John Dramani Muhammad ye no obisa se what is presidential about them my thoughts make am wasam oboni eni de kwanso so we do obi atumi kira na dwe make am wasam and then uzana watch so award be in it ministers and chief executive officers awards be mampeni John Dramani mama kra nam Dr. Callisto so the secretary so throw letter the base CEOs and minister bia no a sa award no nya bi no reject menje bo kokokra se ema minister ana CEO bi e wona ba mu emfa ne ho nye award bia mu eno so me wa asem ba ku bi ka e wo ho even before when I ahead of the show and that they spanking so to yen so watch 14 after 7 and then spank go benya 10 minutes because in them come hopa and then studio discussion we will sit and we will talk. We are streaming live on our social media platforms nina so enti wo journey ya wadawroma na why ne ma miensa ma yen especially so journey on Facebook wadawroma na wabo love no so eno na ye red na ye de white adra akoma wo mu no obobo so bebre be 1 million kura fine na waba blue na nipansa aye oye kokromoti apeja kwasoro na ne like na wa like it. Then on ase wona baby actual comment na left wono arobi e ko right one ye de share no ti share join let's talk some NDC papraku what is raining no eja hey mana je sin to ene bia na bibia ayi wono some e wono all right so KMA mayoba 2 p.m. Asantuma Mpon say I'm just asking how many agenda 111 did former President Akufo-Addo completed before leaving office upon all the funds raised for all these projects. No wonder, but I hope His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, the listening president, will surely do the needful to continue the agenda 111 project. NPP egu, so they should keep quiet and be in opposition. Greetings to Chairman Nana Kwesi Augustus Andrews. NDC Ashanti NDC Regional Chairman. All right. For Madaroma, Afei, the spanking my, let's do this. Obaya Twasom. Now watch you. Okay, let me get this done.
Good morning. It's a good morning. The best breakfast show in the capital. Yes, it's okay. On 101.7 FM.
All right, so on the flip side, now watching some more. Eba yeni bi teacher bi ewo nyina hini video bi ba bonten ya memehwe bi na yebeka news a memehwe video nam sa yes teacher abo student a oye oba ana ka che Pius say Pius wo video na won fa mame because na news ni da menim ana news na ye kan no so story ni ba na say ye wo either audio and video bi ayehwe said be ya wo reader no ubenya fair idea e wa asem no said be ya obetumi aka ne ye enti bi video na misa Pius say Ade enya ntokwa. Dan say obi bu obi. Because we ade animu ase wo mo bamye. And school abaya no try senka o pega teacher no. And a teacher no say kai. Sa girl no oye division 1 oye Premier League. Ano no di ne na si wo si peg. Ano tam school abaya no ene oni ni na from brim. Na ba ne ye bayira abrewaju. Anti me dia tumi no me hwe video na say eye ntokwa. But anyway, eba say teacher no ya che no. Ya de no kwache police station. Okoda cells. Na ni nuanum teachers. Ekasai.
Ifra no pa be bin sa bin so kure bin kan no ye nua teacher ni no onye bone bia wo ade na wo ye na eda abonje amafo hu se teacher ni na ye mfumfo nye sa na semeti order from above na our try you say teacher ni na ye man be they should come down to this community no mo go school authorities no mo go investigate you say asem no sa na tie say no mo na abonje na na say this and for yen as a teacher union we are not sitting down the near power this is not German or tell nyame ya adumwa no teacher is going to school. No teacher in this district is going to school. We are all going to be in red.
Now English no man.
English no man. They say I'm a swan. I teacher ni biya going to teacher. I know they need to make canvas. If our teacher for ni na ni abre pass and neck pasian was here the young kuna nyame.
Oh, chama.
Was and they the ni niya or try the way obia. So you touch one, touch all, touch one, touch all, touch one, touch all. You know what I'm saying? I'm really see ni na my na me aduma or try anopa. I guess I was na pass one class. You know, Catholic Senior High School, English, because say, oh man, nobody should be blamed. I share red t-shirts with red band. Yeah, the buses and yeah, the solidarity of our teacher. But teacher, you know, on your buy, you know, your dad won't tell you sanity. Your buy investigation, I teacher, you go, papa. Padano Cranko and Numo air part.
Okay,
Young man, yes. Now, 771 at Dawana, 77, Kama Babacananas Abadawa, Obekama, Jade, Kamanade. I can do one town up and I love one a day. Then what it's in Gunana. Get to teach up one in Okana, teachers need a prepra. Reprimand, justice Emma, to teach an India and your sanity. The two school India and your order from above. Yes, so as a teacher union, we are not going to sit down. We are acting now.
Na asem no anso police cells wo. Ekopie court. Emma court tena asem no so. Asem ya make ya o teacher ni ne student no. Na asem isi ye no. Me mo teacher for namfo pi. Mangeti say. Any other teachers are minim. Tina do charge the crowd once a woman. Menu o matwe nkomo. Teacher for ne bre nkura ne nsa no. Se obekọ JSS 2. JSS 1. Na student na wonu aba school no na bodwe. Echalafu bebe. Asem no court no. Court pon ye no. Teacher for no once again spoke.
Today we met here at the court and the prosecutor asked the court that the case should be withdrawn from the court. And the prosecutor indicated that he received a call from above. That call from above, we give ultimate thanks to our national president, Bema Prospertechi, and that of the general secretary, Musa Tanku, that they also took up this matter and started working at it up there. And the police hierarchy understood our leaders. Today we came and the court has struck out the case. They have asked that we go back and settle this case amicably at the house. The family of the victim, the student, they have also approached the police. They have also agreed that this case should be settled between a teacher and a student, but not at the court. Currently, we say we drove our heart out to Akuma District NAT chair, the leadership, and the members and the other executives who have stayed in solidarity of our teacher. This then means that NAT everywhere is great, but we are sounding a word of caution to the civil society and the community the teacher lives that nobody should accuse the teacher. The matter has ended in court, and we're going to take up the other part of it or other leg of it in the house. Nobody should threaten or accuse the teacher falsely, and they should bear in mind that if they should touch that teacher in Yinehini, they have touched all of us.
Me ade we me. Say edumo. All right, so away from teacher or the student or baba could yim paper bantam weight. We at www. I don't know.
Okay, FM 101.7.
Yeah, but do say also for good morning from Chifu Mampong. God bless you and your family. God bless you too and your entire family. Cool abans also for use water. Cool for waiting this morning. Atamate's NDC is taking Ghana back to 1950s. Allah. All right, so yeah, once you Tobrim, and as usual, said there's some who want us to believe some of crying suit, probably baby or one. Yeah, they are underground and here, Tona, Muamwabontina moving waka train. And so tons sweat in Suyire and a nam. Na a compra cookie radio in Japan, Nanuato, and Commonim. Etre near what's a year bet to Miyama Ghana and Shota, Enri. Especially the Amampeniaka say, and Shoto na enkran a yiria as a result of indiscipline. Indiscipline. I come back quickly to Japan.
Discipline is a major problem in this country. Obi ekoto sachet water or no not be or to. You see, we have to speak the truth. Indiscipline here. If the president says one of the reasons in discipline, we have to admit. Then I also agree that president should be bold and don't politicize the say yachi minipa or NDC ni yenkoyiro or MPP ni yenkoyiro. This is the problem we have in this country. We are using politics to destroy the country. If the president comes out to say indiscipline, let's charge him say indiscipline support. So do it for us. Change the system. Punish for the wrongdoing. I don't care how you see. So obi to me kotokume free what we are saying. The tongue and Yantika, no jerk. Why is the assembly? One thing, anybody who is in charge should be fired. Should be fired. To make sure that so you make sure that people should be punished for wrongdoing, and politicians should stop politicizing it and make sure that we have reward and punishment introduced in this country. Reward and punishment. Only Ghana, forget it.
I can't cook in the Japan when I get in and kind of supporting His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. As someone waka say indiscipline. Yes. Indiscipline there. Oh, na ya woman mu na nsuo to. Na obi ne bola a waje wo fie ho. Nsuo ne to na gata na mu ayiri. Ebu afaso no. Wa ko shi bola ne. 1.7. Indiscipline anyway. Men kasansa. What's it? The way you know. Sir, Ade be a free pen driver. Now what you just assemble kwa e baye. Assemble kwa e baye na fa Afari Hospital. Afari Hospital e wo sewia. Wonu kumase kakra sewia de se wo free ahensan na wodru ayensa na wakwa kodru S-line junction bi ofa left na wokojin ase no watwemu straight baba besi atonso agogo agogo hospital ni na e right straight chapatre state junction no esre so na wo right straight na woko kwa bonse aprabon left Sevilla etwaso Afari Hospital. Yes, I know so akwa dia yesi wo gbawe. Enkran dia yi a yesi ewia bibia wo mu so se emie yi. Sane children's hospital. Sane Afari Hospital no so yesi ewia bibia agum. akase doctors and nurses ebekwa akoye mu adwuma enso se ebeye enti na watwi minority MPs biko minority MPs biko na womko ya womso mko akwa minim de no mko hwe de I don't know why they went there yomo akomanu ma se mko du ho no kikri kakra bi bai take a lesson.
We are here for the defense ministry. We are here for defense ministry.
Yes.
We came here. Yabahas 2024. We came here.
You know the oversight responsibility, and you are saying that they should go and they say, I can't remember. After hospital, Nabusa won some more parliament. We have made your currency because now a money woman hunting. Yamayano, Yabusa was some said that bay and no mobile after hospital. Yam said, about time, the young Shame, Nadaminda, Nadir was a Satsuna, a coming year, a Jabania, a meeting and parliament. I was thanked I said the apostle. I could do not be in your parliament in Kwa, a field union account, and not here. Yes, on my penny, yes, Wadaruma, after military hospital, yes, a referral hospital, and then what's in there before. I do not be a job for yes, so to do form. Chavani Bashay, not for our gun in I think you're.
All right, so NPP minority MPs be a call after hospital. Reason why until we call any occasion 1 or 2 be a C or no, and your bomber what you know. Now, where this week here, but the in the year 2021, as you know, now NPP anywhere by mu. In the year 2021, now you are about 2020 we am a NPP as we in the second term. And to 2021, then now Honorable Kwabrami Ntakandwa on the year and Prime Minister of Health apomuden swafo sanso ya dwaboso MP Sabra no on na ye NDC amanyokono ranking member ewo Parliament Committee hwe ya pomuden ehonsem so. In the year 2021, Honorable Kwabrami Ntakandwa so ne enipa bi call Afari Hospital yaw I want some bad this week no omo call to access update on project ana ekoso 2021. This is what happened.
Mother, stop it, please. The media, stop it. Put your cameras down. Oh, the camera. No. Relax. I know the reason why. Why you wanted to speak to the security man? I said, leave him. Come to me. Exactly. So calm down. Whatever we are doing here should be filmed. Mr. Akando. We are not doing anything. I'm carrying anything. It's no secret. So talk to me. Let them film. He's a policeman. No, they are with me. They are with me. You to understand. Because I have already gone to your people. No. When I came here, there were some people there. We walked to them. Is it soldiers? Yes, soldiers.
Okay, FM 101.7.
Yes. So you just relax. Whatever you want to ask us, okay. Let them film and then relax and then they talk. Before you come, you speak around from armed forces. Then they will call General Officer Commanding. Then he also inform CO4BN that there's going to be a visit from this place, maybe from the presidency, from the parliament or whatever it is. Then they also inform us so that your coming will not be like maybe all of a sudden people came in without knowing their source. Okay. Because as at now, we have to call commander and tell commander that this is the situation on ground. Okay. And when it happens that way, you also have to call GOC. Okay. GOC also in turn calling CDS that this is the situation. You see, and recently, I don't know, you heard it, that Captain Smart came and there's a whole lot of things. So it's because of that we are trying to prevent some of these. And that's why I'm saying that they should put that. That people are saying they are coming from the ministries, not parliament. You get it? That they are coming for inspection. And CDS has to call here and say, if the people come, we shouldn't give them the chance to enter until we seek clearance from the general officer commanding. You get it? And that's why I'm saying that at least I have given you that. Relax. Relax. I don't want any.
No, we don't need. We need our ID card, and I'm happy that you have identified our card.
You're speaking to me in your own interest. I know you are receiving instructions from your people, and I'm giving you this harmless advice. You are struggling to protect your leaders, but in your own interest, in order not to escalate anything, let's handle it the way you want us to. Let's finish what we're doing here. We will all go to engage whoever we want to engage. I am telling you that if you do anything more than this, your leaders whom you have spoken to will blame you at the end of the day. So please, with the greatest respect, they will blame you. They will sacrifice you at the end of the day. Okay. So just stand here.
For me, you have not identified me.
Please. Are you done? So we can go. Are you done?
Okay, FM 101.7.
Please, media, come close.
Anti near a course so. Now what you muna ye din kan boy no. Similar thing. And of course 2021. And entourage now we call the same Afari Hospital no. The entourage was led by a Nei health minister. Then no ranking member health committee in parliament. Now Honorable B. Adam Obuasi East MP. Asemi ba ye no. The question was, on the Afari Hospital or no? Although your man hospital there, but a soldier for hospital to 37 military hospital and I me one. And once I military installations ano. We be expect to say obekwa just say wunya permission or who seek permission. I'm your grant answer. So the question was, wamu kroye no, and I wamu kono. Wamu seek permission, and was the permission granted?
Masih jemput. Ayah masih berjumpa akuma magnesia town. Akan hundi. Ayah orang cari. Akan hundi. Jadi ayah hawa. Ayah ni kita boleh buat. Ibu tahu saya kau yang mana boleh dia hawa. Ia kau buat hawa. Itu apa kau? Itu kakak. Itu nak boleh dia kau ayah. Dia boleh amma dan aku state of Akye Hospital. Senya, orang yang membuat juga di Indonesia dah buat mereka kaya. Senya ni apa kau awak ni? Senya kau ada It's a very hard man. You need to make it the airport military hospital. There are no way because for us in terms of if I even I move, the officers are extra nothing work here. I do want to go to so I buy a thing next to one doctor for the pharmacy for alcohol and get a baby pressure now. It's two of them. After the emergency.
All right, so that was about Afari military hospital. And yeah, one sense now. Also honorable you know now or kase senka ya no a if senka no was in operation and my pressure and comfort not teaching hospital so emma enko ba se nipa bebo apeso ma CEO beko akoka ma ya suspend no ama doctors e bia no want na wotwe comfort not teaching hospital e wo bomma peso emma chief executive officer wo kokai Emma suspension bem suspension akoya se wabo abrewana na oti adoma komasem ni nuanom doctors 0.7 enso jiga ayeti etua asantemawura otumfo se tutu the second etu ne nasi asem no so ne omokasa ya doctors ne san call back so omokosa yare na asemi amanyofo ni di hu komo pa Poyando communication director de NPP e wa Ashanti region o kire na dwon asem no
because me Paul because you know what me hwe nanum say am timi nyawe but regional minister there was I think he's a doctor of pharmacy medical oh wasting the talent sano oh
why is he wasting his talent
na say there no ye we giant we do obachi ekowo
me yire o me pa
yire ban ne nyina ya yire na ewu ne ekodi akira won na be ya adwuma eti na reference me hwe say enke wo betimi abeboa in a way because beside ya woni ho.
All right, was our so communication director at NPP Ashanti region Poyando and I attending can 39 into 7 8 bope ya ni abejafo besin kunyana and then some edapono so yaka chama wuntumi 30 million Exim Bank case na edinagina court no say court ogina no cases no doso bako 30 million Ghana cedis Exim Bank na wasre se kaweni dia wamunya no gentleman do pray bargain no enu bi na wasre se nka asem free court na yenye no kire oboko ye fa nko kire wonko kana boko odi sika bi kra na ye yi a wamunya no mfa mra boko na ese asem mfa na asem nko said na tema close so anka ne maslock peni 10 years no wa America kra bruchiri e na court wa say ese oba obedem na waba oba na wotwi yes na ba waba no okodem na obeya appeal ale afana me ate say wa appeal outumi eye wa bra wakosiki for bail even though your sentence wo de ya behe na Samuel Institute of Economic Affairs no say 58% of Ghanaians back President Mahama despite dip in approval ratings. And then come on na ya mesmogo ba kubia baba beshim at the blind side of producer Isaac Opoku. Cause asem ni dey hear me papa awards no controversial awards no me won wasem kapa because se batakaria dos wan entre se yeni kremu papa ho se di for atrofo dos wan entre se yeni edi for papa ho se driver banza for dos wan na entre se yeni driver papa ho
101.7
enmeku bi ye awards na wo munye credible sa say they can approach you say face camera na beto table na se ka se wo munye credible a pamchopi ye wo ekoni bi wo a wo ye credible a wo de so mo organize award a wo mo track record ne da ho so wo mo track record ne da ho a wo mo no se wo mo hye awards bi ya no a eye credible enti wo mo so de ne beka se enya na enya nkateboni bi na ba be se nkate papa. I'm talking about awards Ghana CEO Summit organize Ghana CEO Summit. Awards are one organize every year, 1 year for the past 10 years. This year and year 10 years. And this year 10 years now 1 year Yanokrano. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama was the guest speaker. So it tells you the Ghana CEO Summit. One awards now 1 organizing no. And yes be Ntebe. And yeah Atentewuro. And yeah Jana 1 Jana 2 awards ni bia. And you're very credible. And to Ghana CEO Summit, say, Omo award do bia, and dear, with the greatest of respect, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Papa, Ghana CEO Summit, dear, if the award obia, Papa say, wouldn't they are credible. And Rintina, you were even invited to speak, and you launched the CEO, your friends, a governance compact 2026, year May 28. All right. And to say yeka ekuokuo bi a wo organize the award no mo nya credible a yem for mo de nto nchen asesra pe ma miemfa franche we so spa kra wo to ayi ntebe ni film enye ni na na yeto bi nye. And to say ekuokuo na wo mo ya awards ma ministers no say bi nya credible e bi ye fasika beje na yeka and Mamma Yan come from Ghana CEO Summit. Because for 10 years in year, we organize awards at the chief executive officers. What or Mayimuno Ubia Meka, who she say, and you're credible. Meka dia Babisi say, sorry, Ghana CEO Summit. And you're backed by Chief Executives Network Ghana in collaboration with Deloitte, Ernst & Young, EY, PwC, Ghana Investment Promotion Center, Margins ID Group, University of Ghana, and to the hill, and you make a credible institutions. And to say, if Ghana CEO Summit, Emma, the Chief Executive Officer of National Petroleum Authority, NPA, Lawyer Godwin Eduji Kujo Tamaklu, Man Award say, or your Outstanding Public Leadership Excellence Award, ye the manwa. Me pachopi. And the Your Excellency, Manenge. And the incredible Ghana CEO Summit. 10th awards, no, across what Kimpeski Hotel, Gokus, Accra. And NPA CEO Godwin Eduji Tamaklu was awarded the money Outstanding Public Leadership Excellence Award. Yeah. Where they are credible, and you're very credible. And you're back Nibia. Say kutu, say bam. Alright, so 7:45. Spanky is seated already. When I was saying, Yanyam Kurananke, they are twice. Phobia, say good morning to everyone watching you guys live from a man from Phobia Joint. A man from Phobia Joint. Very loud and clear. Alexander Mankwaza, I'm watching you live, Italy. Hey, Alex, I know pay the old Bakubia Fumua and they're unwest. But this one they made to me a kind. Was here and this year and people the same thing, please, Ghanaians. Stop these two parties. The base is coming to stop all Ghana problems. Pedro Wa Medina Cruz, live and clear inside Indianapolis, Kumasi, Tanoso, Kesben Johnson. X, the main location, is the main location. Pedro Wa Medina Cruz, thank you very much for reaching us all the way. Kumasi, Tanoso. All right, so live on Facebook and our social media platforms. Anti Spanky Atenasi yan na away. Yanko wake up.
Okay FM 101.7.
Yachagama. Yeitama. Yachagama. Kakali Jaya so Ina, so my one pay. Baba Yali Ina, I do mono. Kakali Jaya so Ina, so my one pay. Gano Dende, Lasta so Dende. Gano Dende, Lasta so Dende. Gano Dende, Lasta so Dende. Gano Dende, Lasta so Dende.
All right, let's go to Studio B and talk to Spank. Spank, Martin.
Yeah, Janana.
Yeah, Dana.
Yeah. Ah, yeah, Janama is a crap on my bureau.
That's many.
Hey, Nana.
Now, go there.
Yamia whom you mob. Now, so here.
Yamia, who answers your mobile.
The Yamia say.
And Omo was one mantum.
Omo, I said the issues no dorsal. To number person bob voices.
Ah, there be a family issues. I Kaya won't mean your multiplication.
And I enough for bet in service to God and country.
That's right.
Say contract no higher now on the sign.
That's right.
But I won't fulfill a part. But maybe they always be a me fulfilling me part.
Let me fulfill a median. And there be. I know the one here.
What the higher one we are. Your mama, you're not the producer. Oh boy, you mop. What I say?
Last week near malaria.
In 100
area.
Said you manage a broom.
All right, so Ejebo, Nano Yawadano and Shas, some fallout in this year's 2020, in this year's World Cup.
Nana said you can't Ejebo, Nano Yawada, and you may no so na first game at the March 2026 FIFA World Cup. No, it may a tour form. Na battle between one of the host countries, Mexico, and South Africa. And they share so. Now we don't make a repetition of 2010 opening game a ball South Africa 2010 World Cup no.
That's right.
And also South Africa and Mexico create the open tournament no. But no the we na 1-1. Omokote ubia entimi en winning. But now ya wada idea Mexico chire say omani abere. Because almost share South Africa 2-0. Bafana entimi ante. And after the game no Rodwin Williams, or no a goalkeeper the South Africa. Was say omu match na eyom say omunsu. Ni bizan say aden no say for the first time South Africa abobo football mu a whole continent nyina na an support omo.
Na no omanzu.
Say ja.
Okay, FM. Okay. 1 2.
Enti omu di yaw.
Until dia sa
na mo mate o pretend obuna ni aguso.
Sa Jacinta se wan no. I keep an until dia ensehu na Jacinta.
Onimpa bet or pretend say hwinsi ye. So they say. Eno ne so they atudwa. And as I game na ba so no. Eno na betodwa say since you started FIFA World Cup, ye more opening game ye nya straight 3 red cards. Our opening game of FIFA World Cup da. We have a record. Mexico South Africa 3 straight red cards. Any PA game in him.
First
game, opening game of FIFA tournament World Cup no. ABC da. The see you say South Africa for equal Cameroon on record on ye. Cameroon 1990. Omo ball against Argentina. Omo je 2 straight red cards. Cameroon omo ball 9 against 11. Yet still Cameroon a winning game 1-0. Against Argentina 1990. So not the only team awarded 2 red cards. Our opening game of FIFA World Cup here Cameroon. South Africa be equal. No so 2 red cards. Name mum say about opening match of FIFA World Cup. Not 3 straight red cards. Abem die. Yawa daini record. O ma set Mexico South Africa. South Africa do 2 red cards. Mexico enya 1. Germany record back ho. And now since 2006, Philip Lahm of Germany share opening goal. Now the fastest goal about before 10th minute no. If you 2006, ebe 2026 World Cup 20 years in, ye more opening World Cup gamer go aba earlier than the Mexico for share against Africa.
Sir?
Yes. Go ni by before 10th minute. Branch on share go no. Your friend Julian Quinones. Ye wono out Colombia. Ba Obama Mexico. You see, on acquire the fastest opening goal about FIFA World Cup since 2006. Jenusu abakwasema so far atodwa our FIFA World Cup no. South Africa so and be first country at this year FIFA World Cup no or J yellow card. Esanso J red card.
South Africa.
Yes. The first player on yellow card no. Tiboho Mokoena from South Africa. And our first player was a red card. And so Ade Akye Sitoli from South Africa. And also NJ first red card of 2026 FIFA World Cup. Almost at so additional red card and a Mexico so SRJ red card. And on a record kakra so far a Pierre yede hon sem Emma yetifo. And after South Africa and Mexico game no South Korea and so be check and check here. 2 goals to 1. Now say South Korea for a record be the last 3 World Cup I bono. So many European team echo grouper almost 2018. Now money Germany will group. Almost Germany 2-0 South Korea. 2022 no money Portugal, Ghana and Uruguay in your group. Almost Portugal 2-1. Portugal is a European team. And now 2026 I want to check if Europe ever group or match check 2 goals to 1. Until 2018 ever. Say South Korea and European country be a World Cup grouper or just a country no. South Korea and so acquire first country this 2026 World Cup. Why team why come back say yasheno no wa back abe win game no. South Korea na ye game against Czechia and I check. Omo concede 59th minute 1-0 but mo bounce back ebe winning game 2-1 and you see a record at South Korea for ayo World Cup no na first game I draw our 2026 World Cup yenya win ewum Canada versus Bosnia Herzegovina 1-1 first game yenya victory so far our FIFA World Cup 2026 na first country in Sua wabo game so far one for ball Antoinette South Africa. So far Mexico ashe go, South Korea ashe go, Czech ashe go, Canada ashe go, Bosnia ashe go, US ashe go, Paraguay ashe go. South Africa pet and the only team so far wabo bar when team air record do gana when ya go tournament nim. Then stars kakra APPA film ebanono. And only some day ba. Now World Cup na nkasa France ye bought 104 matches. 104 matches and 7 p.m. Carter airborne Switzerland. Before that, Ahumachi USA Akye Paraguay won 4 goals to 1. US for no make statement. Omachi say Omuni Mexico no mu host to fe niagro. Anya hwekra no on person mo qualify for mu group omwom. Na so far matches atodwa no Mexico 2, South Africa 0, South Korea 2, Czech 1, Canada 1, Bosnia Herzegovina 1. USA 4, Paraguay 1. Now the biggest victory abemuno US of A and I record so far, followed by Mexico 2-0 and South Korea 2-1 abemu. And then 7 p.m. Nyumre Carter airborne Switzerland. Now after 10 p.m. Brazil and so another African country Morocco.
Cracker of a match.
Yes. And then the live commentary about Peace FM 10 p.m. 7 p.m. Qatar Switzerland commentary beba. Brazil Morocco commentary beba 10 p.m. Na ahomachi
de monyo.
Bajoze.
Ahomachi de monyo.
De ahomachi for now the time to ahomachi nim. Na Sunday ahomachi aye prepare ye bompa ye be kwa asore no. 1 a.m. no Haiti enso about Scotland. Number we are 4 a.m. Sunday Australians be tequila na Turkey. Na 5 p.m. Germany and Curacao enso abo. Omubo we are 8 p.m. Netherlands and Japan. Na 11 p.m. La Côte d'Ivoire enso ni Ecuador. Abonto sha minim se efi ochina Sunday no yebenya 4 matches. 1 a.m., 4 a.m., 5 p.m. 5 matches ra 8 p.m. na 11 p.m. Sunday 5 good matches. And an 8 to ya. Tell me, idea matches are ever so a World Cup. And now, World Cup, no make Brazil as Brazil, one country blue, we as world football. Brazil intimidation da in world football. On next year 4 times. Sa country no every new 2, no 2 I draw. Norway. Brazil intimidation da. In the amount for say almost person Norway share Brazil near Haaland versus Neymar, Money, Vinicius mo. So we to break that gens na that one. It's Norway the only country the 5 times world champions intimidation no. omashia 4 times no we win 2 na 2 aye draw and so start kakra na e wo hwa ye de ho nsem metifo na World Cup we on eya ko esa say coach a if an say oye Ghanaian coach no coach Cote d'Ivoire obi ntimi ni World Cup ni be dawo omama di nyina ye local coaches.
Oh sir,
yes,
ofiri kromu
wa do de o makoje.
I see.
And nti ebusa say Ghana yakofa
ko say na ye ndumenye
say trend we at waso say be etimi breaki. There's always a first time. Say trend we bet waso dey and it means that Ghana yenke local coach no yentimenye. And no record kakre ho na odi bre na onim say since you started FIFA World Cup only one player pe and waje best player twice our World Cup tournament. Say wako tournament na this year waje best player of the tournament. No was another World Cup the same player as the best player. One player pe na is a record no. Sir Leo Messi. On nice record no. Is it honestly player what bo World Cup kesi party Argentina. Said 20 years ago or started World Cup 2006 2026 or Sanso about World Cup.
Na Ronaldo
so about 2006 or Sanso about 2026 but Ronaldo any best player of World Cup that. You go Portugal team no finalize that. Among ko final World Cup that.
Oh.
I say oh. Nana about beto just say World Cup ope player or here just one more assist. No be all time most assist our World Cup by Leo Messi. Messi, she say only Diego Maradona atai with 8 assists our World Cup. In the 2026 World Cup is a Messi sama assister. Wa be FIFA World Cup all time assist record holder. Leo Messi no kon 9 assists our FIFA World Cup. You say Maradona 8, Messi 8. It was Sanso Air 2026. The Messi to me assist our few World Cup now. Now since you started World Cup player why you most assist by Leo Messi. The record of person Jimmy National retire World Cup. And only record kakra Messi and I only say Julian Alvarez of Atletico Madrid, formerly of Manchester City, only the only player in World Cup season. Waje League, Aji UEFA Champions League. Asanso Aji Africa, Waje Treble Aji World Cup aka ho. Julian Alvarez. Man City 2022 Oje World Cup 2022-23 Oje League City. Osanso Aji Champions League Aji FA Cup. Player bi anya bisada. Alvarez of Manchester City on ISR record no. I won some ye dey MT4. And na one player will feature 3 World Cup back to back finals. Cafu of Brazil. About 1994 finals. Cafu, yeah.
Defender no.
1994 Brazil call finals. Cafu Ebobi. 1998 call finals Obobi. 2002 call finals Obobi. 3 consecutive World Cup finals. Ojemutu. Oje 94. Edgy 2002. 98 you gonna lose here. Player Bia Mo World Cup back to back 3 sir. It's here say Bia. Say Messi mu betima yes our record no dey but so edin more because 2018 oman ko final omoko 2014 omo lose ye and omo ba 2022 omo beje it one player wabo back to back 3 consecutive World Cup finals Cafu 94 98 2002 Jenson record kakra nana World Cup no ho aye dey ma etifo na ne ya ba beto dwa say medical ka say Kylian Mbappe ohia 4 more goals. No team equal all time top scorer of FIFA World Cup. 16 goals and I'm still closer Ikra. Mbappe with 12. This is a World Cup with Misha 4 were equal closer record. Or share more than 4 was setting new record.
Wow.
Messi so 13.
And a 0 was it?
Oh, 0 the top scorers no World Cup on count.
I didn't some cry.
On count. Messi was 13. So those who had 3 goals to equal Miroslav closer the record no. Or share more than 3 on so set new record of FIFA World Cup. Now for the first time yenya 3 countries omoko host World Cup. Na fe 48 teams omobo. And also ehon sem no. Now say medical catch say ya ranking jerseys ya dey World Cup dey efe.
Yeah. Now got a for FIFA say ye dey
Black Stars white jersey no. But it's very unfortunate say yentimi enhye sa jersey no. Awa dey your first 3 matches.
I didn't try.
First 3 matches ye bo Curacao ebe she red all red ye she yellow all yellow. The second match against England be she white. The ancient mean she white, ne be she red and yellow and black. Ye last game against Croatia be she omo dame no white wom. Red wom, blue wom. Near the identity Ghana so be she yellow because of white na wom jersey ni no. It's your first 3 matches there. White jersey ya ranking in say jersey air for FIFA World Cup na se no. Yentimi she. Nyame ya
3 matches no.
Yes.
Yentimi she.
Yentimi she white.
And yen ni aba o.
Oh, she be qualify. And I have third best back mark 8. Ghana team qualify. Yen yes be she Panama nya 3 points.
No Panama na one visa no. O you lose is our.
Unim say country a Panama so mean the World Cup ye Ghana. Almost say Ghana could man qualify or you okay.
But I went now. Panama na budget no.
So far so good. World Cup no air so out of 104 matches
so far so good.
World Cup no.
Baby I make chance of the me be ko me excesses na ba ekire no. Me maintain one sem. Excesses wo. That be so far no good.
Nana on the field no so good.
On the field of play.
But na only say World Cup with World Cup ye dinner man for versus pa. Uzbekistan entire team no nana ye search more tarmac no so our America.
Omako land no.
Yes.
Search immigration no.
Almost ye search more than 12 hours. Uzbekistan team no. Na yankasa Senegal Lions of Teranga Senegal team no. Tarmac no so. Yes, ye my place not na ho. Wo share try wo be ro. Wo share socks a wo be near ya scan no. Tarmac no so. Miami. America. Oba London no. Tarmac no so. And ye search more than 3 big hours.
Infantino as well.
Who say Infantino ni say? Who tell the commenter?
Oh, wo say pa.
Na wa America for a dominate you mo.
And then make a diabetes say yet Ghana has say and I say and Abane cannot interfere in the affairs of the FA and the FIFA bay.
And no mom
no FIFA drew. The American and the FIFA to me go.
But maybe I'm a FIFA who ya say African best referee Omar Abdul Kader.
I want to make chance spank you but the
referee ye South Africa best referee of Somalia. FIFA for aton South 7 center referees from Africa only be the World Cup no. I am a diplomatic passport. Okwaje the passport no Kenya. Because America we share 39 countries some do matter blacklist or muntimi into America no Somalia I can ho bi. But FIFA on pa so mo nya aware say referee of Somalia na. Nana of fly from Istanbul, Turkey, eko do Miami. You can say Miami Miami. You interrogating more than 10 hours. You will also sign say ontimi ngurem. Reason is say almost ni di Omar Abdul Kader Atan who say on say some ISIS for name some Akye Abia for no the same names na kura but mo trace won say ultimately the conversation we won ko mo bu ho a oni nipa bidi a mo say nipa ne ewo association and so mo associate with ISIS and say Akye Abia for no
enti oba no beto bom
enti mo suspect say ono mo wo twaka to mo ntimi mane mura ho mo so country na ofi no Somalia no ye the banner to no so say ofi Somalia won ntimi travel United States of America. Me question ni say FIFA o ma anya background check and say no mo appoint Omar Atan so me di referee nana
even say American kwan na ye bona nke ye beka say ye ni alternative option
because the FIFA ye na juma year ko ba wuni say 39 countries are won't me fly and say oh ye citizen who won't my US no Somalia e ka ho bi it say tie dia ye host country like Canada Mexico e wo ho adana ye place no man fly e ma Canada direct.
Nobody matches no.
And Mexico. Mo hwe ni din mo fly ko US. Munim say ontimi enko US.
Eye ni da ho.
Yes. And make say
eye ni da ho.
Omo nya ne service a enko me normal right.
Eye ni da ho. Eye ni da ho. And forever me dey say blatter dey me ye nya ne so FIFA president me nim de obi beka.
Say blatter South Africa ya mo no. na ono na ekoma Africa
ye na yamwa no
yes yamwa no
Africa ni ene
because time 2010
enye se Blatter na ye yama
World Cup ba
Africa
na Europeans nso be boycott so the World Cup na ba Africa mo se Blatter say mo amonko ye bebo na Africa because akọ continent bia so ya bobo Europe yakọ Asia yakọ North America aka Africa ye mo Cup Africa da ma oni say 2029 ka Morocco for enkwan bede so be host omo mpeso mema Morocco no omo co-hosting Morocco, Portugal, Spain. Morocco of facilities are moving to the rest of the goal.
Infantino, na you be no ame wa ba be ya me Thomas Muda.
Ti nana World Cup no ye.
Aba
na ade a UEFA for aya.
Casablanca ni so we be
we happen. Sabata ni so we happen. Say all host country to say me ma referee official or the supporter official obedi juma aba enye say okwa go di referees no ye course fitness test or US think okwa akoye bi we no fly back na say mo be Canada na say Mexico awako mo se mo mani ngurem wa fly be do Miami ho say Miami ho mo se mo mani ngurem na FIFA ye di one carry issue statement say country bia or the rules into on
the rules
the country no know host but tournament near why there na yet yi say wo ma me kwan say me mra na yenye sports World Cup meet me paper bet na
oh da
be we say station ya wo dia ba wo da you host
exactly
program no na wo moderate na ya wo dia the FIFA me sable mo Wednesday na me kan wa ha be na nipa bi de me nya adwene say me blame no ma FIFA me blame Americans no be blame FIFA so anya na djuma ye say American kwan country a host World Cup na any option there in ka woni hweka but matches ni because of Mexico it because of Canada it before about appointing referee no so your background checks who say country referee fi country we no betima to kwan akọ America no ntimi nko and 55 center referees 88 assistant referees and 30 VAR referees na we ye do purchase referees no sa o ma atan no on ntimi nko America mo anya provision bia ma na on betima akọ de se hu hia na service Nana ewiase nyina kasama referee Omar Atan Abdulkadir say sika $100,000 anka referee dey mo no appearance no ye money bi whether oko wanko ye money bi amanfo say ye first come because wa asane no wa boka wa fly aba wa take risks
abedu Miami
honest interrogating na more than 11 hours
adan awo mu hu bombo enti dabio na America ne say America for ya wo munsusu ye neme bi no mu kro mu ye ho ne ye fa ko heaven edian no edian ya no come to think of it say mu ye security conscious ni ade na September 11th mu nto ne ye be bombe ho
Osama bombe
mu ni ho so I should tell you say dabio players nso a wo mo kobobo yi atamak ne so ebusan say wonum tamaka ye kan wansem awe bebia aeroplane si no aye kofo no bebi wo okra no a unza terminal 3 ya say no o ma yin se we say o try immigration pe no afata na anim akọ aeroplane mu nti bus bia mefa wo other places also the bus be baba mefa wo from the boarding gate wo edo akọ bebi aeroplane si no akọ ebesin so asa bus be baba be famo tamak no bebia aeroplane taxi no e won ye kan and don to show respect to kwamo from nko inside ho na bebia VIP lounge
Senegal team the tamak ne so me the video crash your producer or wa video and pictures ne bi Senegal
what is this
ho na ye search omo
ana Senegal so omo to bomb
I don't know say bia omo so it's omo din na ye bia ye
dabi nanka Senegal won kwankwo to Andrews Opokunzi
nana onim se
ano so omo so na debe ye kro munya de o fe tire ya nya me bi na wa hai
nya me bi sha wa
kona ko ye so be nya
Adama so wona chiri wa
oze
Adama ono so
Adama go ba e tire ya enya na ho ne ye kwoto aba no wana me to maba
sa okay Adama so wa so what he say enti minim the reason why intia US for no fee say World Cup no be happy as o musuru bi ni ade odwene ho awon tia se na
Iran adeba FIFA say Blatter he should bow his head
in shame Infantino rather.
Sir Blatter, sorry, sir. So in the mini panel. Facha me no from breast. Spanky.
Nana.
Yeah, the Somalia referee dey to Chenya. One other thing. No. Share. Iran. Enti Infantino person what say. Onim say America ni Iran ti adoa homa so.
Omunim.
Iran ni bo mo ma chese wen.
Obon US.
We nyanza be ni wo.
Ba America fana mo man na US wo.
Da keke kamba. Enti we pa nyanza be pa na wasa de we.
Almost stress yom keke. Oma ka chom se me bo ma me rom na sa twa so. So mo supporters no. Omo bo Iran football match US we a omo mpese 1 hour beto omo country ho.
Even players no so say
the same thing.
Yes, from the pitch omo nko dressing room crash
straight to Mexico.
Why?
It's bad. Then when you so be host to World Cup, mem ko bede. US for no mo say mo the security mo rock bede na mo bede. Na 2022 World Cup Qatar. Say Qatar a country a alcohol.
Yes.
Ya bani ho. Won't you nko no msa.
Yes.
Yes. Omo host to World Cup.
And say nka je gbe bre pa.
Omo bra no e flexible. Ebie.
Come be brain to me and go because of any.
But omo biye mu. Say obetimi the alcoholic drink ababa benom. But make sure say onum wi a omi busy onye basabasa ho.
At least
the bomb World Cup we are modify laws. What Qatar allow alcoholic drink among the buy. But in England supporters ni be fancy me pese me fancy special ice water ya. No mo dey be apata. You need to white apata share gum. No my brand special ice. We use you. Yeah, airport you detecting who say that's when you England supporters be. But you actually mo biem say. For the sake of the tournament, say be ya excitement no be wo ho na man for ni be jinti. Ubetim do alcoholic drink aba wo ko show hotel one bibia din. You what be we are kokrum yemfa yeman by America do mo ya no nana they say FIFA kwafwa no minim de ntia mo America fo no e control mo oni say Honduras Haiti rather Haiti omo jesi omo de ko no they say FIFA fo ahwe omo say logo bi wom omo nsesa no Haiti adenti o hwa minim mame for the mount see ya na hwe na say bia me checha obeti ase yi almost a logo na wom no akwa say obi kura flag na mu say flag no eye Poland for flag
Poland
eye white and red obi kura na nipa mi no bi wom e dade sinim na nyina ne say omo pa che say womo eye say de be ya omo e dey appreciate Poland man because omo say time na omo nkoasom no Poland the only country a ogina omachi e bo ma Haiti enya ne freedom.
And America wants to pay Poland as him.
And the minimum much about that.
And I said the idea because
in FIFA for says a flag and I say illustration a woman and I say nipa na okra flag just no omunyi fi just nim. Yes omo just no. Yes FIFA that's
omo. America for no say omo me say
FIFA.
Oh okay.
That's omo say ebia e political influence bi. To omo so mpese sa de no be happen. Nti omo say omo influence initial say ebia a Polish flag. I tribute to Poland, say in their support during Haiti's struggle for independence. The FIFA for so many. No muni say Haiti for no money France for nka. Kona France for na idiom so. To mo fight ya na Poland ne be boa mo. Mo jo mo nti mo de bo France for no akutia. Nti also minim so hu a.
Yeah.
Yes, on say the dom just na animo no. Yes, akwa say obi kura flag na white and red.
Yeah.
Oje Poland for flag so the same thing net here. The FIFA for so almost from Haiti for no munyi sad and film. Down. E wo fruit so no. E ko mo film, wo fruit so mo film no ho na e wo. Enso ene ne sama e say FIFA for e dia betudwa.
Na Spanky.
Nana.
Dia na yete fa paten hu.
Efa England for there no.
Yase ne travels bi a se deben so ntumi ko Canada o se bibisa. On England for so case ho.
England FA say omo planning omo take decision yet say pre-match we bo a place ni na handshake na omo edge omo no omo so omo hwese nka omo place no enchia party
identity
because of sa rape allegations e dey to no so UK ho no
na Greenwood
na nipa no kran ye mu an for ye ni asem ka say odi for we are not guilty.
African leaders munya Africa ye my why
awo
na ya krom we do
awo
Africa hedo.
Nana ye wa ha. Ryan Giggs ni nua yere okọwe
no.
John Terry ekoye bi ewe no. Omo ye white nti yankasa.
Tibo Courtois.
Yes. Oni
Kevin De Bruyne.
Ojo omo nka.
De Bruyne yere anko Spain. Ama Courtois no aduane ama no.
Ai.
Ama ko wi ase anko ye de
ye. Nana mene hewe asanti chum. Oye kasamafo ma efe no edi nkomo chate enra but Mr. Busa no o decline one comment on party issue no say indeed so obetimi akwa na wontimi nko no o decline
no mo say e dey asema
I don't really know. Na me pay clarification from Henry but one kasa o say say on person obeka ho asem ti for now yan hwese team no be ko a obetimi akwa na wontimi nko
right.
Since PRO no and commenting and I want my response on that issue there me person me committee me ho aka bibia fa ho but GF no so say England for no air plan say omo enchia party there ye team no air ko pitch no so party be di anim players e be cheche on na be first person England for be pie no so to mo pa omo enchia the other place ni obi anso enchia
na me baby say ye enchia ye in case sanction bia
there be
sanction bia no
there be say omo na mo se mo nchia player there yenso ye nchia mo obia sanction obia
ayense hunu pa no
but you put on record say so far England for no take decision now no issues e buy so mo contemplate plan so mbe yes say party omo nchia no mean say a mind game omo person mo play just to frustrate the boy yeah omo frustrate boy no
omo kwa de be che wo
England
nkwa de be che wo
by now manya vim say per matches amahwe no Black Stars ye no ma ye betimi make impact our World Cup we
so
yes per matches a me hwe na ekono ye nyanhwe match games
de ekono dose
so far yes I think about 4 jaka 100 games
let's can so de ekono dose
scan the team
say over 20 million
oh there be say 13 point something million dollars budget
o man de ta o match and 20 million
the main figures am what they 20 million meaning say oh different figures I bia me nyanya there it say you kwere betima sa search na yahu by figures am me kra ne there me nya figures do 20 million
all right
and the World Cup no go so ba
na wa mo so ne do mu kogu baby a wo no
England team no
is
it say crocodile me nsa na apie ewo ho on say the pitch no no I say lake ewo ho na yedi kan won no say lake no nenche mana crocodiles ewom
baby how we training no
ai
na crocodiles ai
ewom me nsa na so for mapie
aba baby o me training
aba na training on say ama ya catch your blessings obi anye careful
baby England for near training
ai so far Ghana budget yedi ko World Cup $13.7 million. Them guys a new $20 million. The memi kura out of Ghana cedis ma 150 million cedis. 150 million Ghana cedis.
Allahu akbar.
Eja politicians ya be de o metrans minimum so boto amo no mo so akire mo adwene wo ho dia. Ye de ka good wisdom. Ti ye de ye be hit be bi o se ye hit. Na ye de credit na ma be bi o se ye credit yo mo. What dey ase? 150 million Ghana cedis. Poku ase amasa man kwan still ye nwie ye. Ye ko
ka food didi.
Sawo kafo didi bet say nana as we are pushing me kona hwa na ma committee then so far so good World Cup no guso e koso na so far team na kodu omakodu
obi ahun ye
omakodu bet adia Ghana team na ya many anso na many o manya adwene dane say countries are call World Cup 48 to 47 na obia etu akwa akọ ne mampani ho se Ghana hanka bia Flagstaff House ni akọ you know mampani akodinkra na mampani de o man flag amatim no
ne a blessing
na I say symbol say de o man tumi ahye mo nsa mo nkonko de anem ne yes the blessings atamo so Ghana anya bi send off party no US ne ekoye no
ekoye no obi man so
yes and ekoye send off party ma Black Stars of Ghana
ya system
yana yen system sebi empany football no mum panifo omu wo man no
me na me kwaka
me maka
yaka sama ka se ketokreku ni efefo no mbu Ghana wa mo fa Ghana fo ye ma sam we maka
Senegal man pani omu national stadium e no ye dinner send off party di mo or blessed team no dey man of
African champions.
Yes, African champion. But yes, I say yeah from some.
That be amfa. Cup na wo mu.
Yeah, the more even Kurisao for you about World Cup. Omo debut World Cup bobo. Almost the same thing mom. On say your 4 countries are omo debutant this year World Cup no. Cape Verde, Jordan, Kurisao, and yeah, Cape Verde, Jordan, and Kurisao. Omo ma World Cup no.
Yeah, Kurisao for na no omo ye worship no.
Omo ye worship. Even Croatia for team no omo ye worship. Ko bomb paye. Na Kurisao for no bass omo di Echo airport. What on chini bi bass ibi no. Enu bi no gum. Now omani nyina de cars di akiri. Na thank you for after some come man penny ho no. Omo de convoy o just obiya de car na flag no ebo anim. Cars more than 300 in the team na chi. E de omo airport.
Swagi.
Nana.
Nyame adom wa next week on. Oda ma brantem na 30 minutes no unya no kusu.
Nana we cry.
Yen can about GF bu a wo mumbu o man no a ye company for hwe o no mo ye dia wo mo ye no o de na de ma me fa husia na me na wase
so we da se
amanyofo no so amantem nti kaka na aka na ye mfa nje
na ma me nchia owura Kofi Apia o chief executive officer de ma Akye Abia Motors our Spintex Flowerport area on Old Palace na on fa wo show yi ni agro
sawo
yes
ye da na se
Akye Abia to see you ura Kofi Apia timeche na no pay
wonderful
na unipa Isaiah Avenon so with you my message was with you to no see enche na no pay
thank you sir Edi spanking the attending can spanking the yani na wo despite media iso yani na wa peace power sports na yewura wake up yi mu de yene ne bon komo Saturday bia ma ne ma update na we started even the World Cup commenced and then ode fallout ni bi abrayan bringing the time to 24 into 8 afen wadwani ya Ade Akye Abia special weekend edition live on OK 101.7 FM afei yamna ne medi nkomo wo studio kwabna koto janse Opokwazik concentrate. See myself say Papa said to loud and clear from Tanoso. Thank you. Kwazikwache say hi, hello Kwazikwache. Piaga long time no here. Watching you live from Achimasafo. And then the baby Piaga copy no. Nyamen kan bro. Eno ade nyina pacho adwani ya na wa share link na ma yen na wa like page na so na wa bolave button no so bolave no so na you make progress. All right, in the studios lawyer Bernard Adokwafo lawyer de na Bashiru Amantana, member of the NDC communication team. Lawyer Bernard Adokwafo de from the NPP. But if me nu nenne ye ne wo masin konwa e wade Akye Abia dwumedie yi so. Ma me observe protocols na ye nto aso. Lawyer ma Akye.
Ayenia
akwa banso.
Oh. Yes adum ne mompai wonti ye ho ye pa.
Ye Yesu ase. Yesu ase. Baby office boko.
Oh boko anopai na insu no ejojo asase so kakra na. Nke ya de pamum nenso wa onim se ne ankran abrabo ne te insu ne tope na ayewe me na nkwan so kra me ba nyina kwan ne so nyina flade e ba he
anope ya to
anope ya eto de den wa bonte
wow
nti we ba nyina kwan ne so afralde ya na ye de aba bedu ha but nyame adom yewo
ya da ba dia so do aba kan sa sumdwem Bashiru Mache
senior design
Ntise odi.
Ntise bi de mi de ntise.
Me he atade pa ne
me call
evidence of good living.
Mate. But the most important thing is that every Ghanaian now at least Enyoma eye kakrama ye. It mean can say Enyoma ya mo bia but comparatively wohwa enioma ekoso kakra amaye but rainy season na ede happy ede breye senior wohwa senior insuni kagum wo baby a menam kwan sa bay around Accra Mall omo mpem ho asem no omo park omo gina ho asa ye pay ho asem no
tete kwashi interchange on
around Accra Mall Spinters area ho no
oh okay
that place obia cars na nam ho nyina obia scream aye blare even with the wiper so na kagum ho anya agro nti by all means ene you betis obi anya flood and obi daya she insu ase but ye bom pa say insisa but nyoma e course no de say ye de ni si sa flood in say we hu enye sa the next make say heavy disaster be so Ghana no ebia na akwa flood in some say because day in day out no wa wotimi hu say amafo sisi adan and Accra is becoming congested.
And we dey can come ya twetwe ene no. And what shall say free with lawyer permission no. What is lane mu dem me fam shots in free o. Na me fam na no crampo I think it's in order. Some na mo aba mu nti. It's good to start from you. President Mahama amienya ntie. Said the ekoso nyina no. O believe say indiscipline rather than the debeshe engineering failure. A compare cookie the Hina Japan about before they said yes. So President Kasa on any adwin pa indiscipline Dawson. And I was suggested say we should punish wrongdoings. Now I'm on your phone. I don't know whether you some other person may bought that particular
oh I don't think I think me mate
what you want
minya Bernard Swati so right. I don't think we should be playing the game
yeah the free president dear no the identified cause no indiscipline and Kennedy dear they for to say beyond indiscipline what are we doing about the indiscipline no now you hear the way forward mitigating flooding in Ghana.
Senior is an issue, and we ourselves yanayama indiscipline ECC. And I make us say yanayama indiscipline ECC. Sometimes the politics in all these things, no, and I also. We have gotten a point where say politician wouldn't need a kukudrua or mind Ghana we won't to small mind Ghana way. That is why even some people have the view say Ankebeya. Yenfa the second class for no make us a second class for na yenti ase no mbe bu o man kakra emai because there are certain things be as a civilian president what do you see for ma na wan hwe na ekodane politics nsema na otiaka wo kuram so the politicization of this whole matters no and they make us a indiscipline ehihye amanfo bi mu. Aside from that, my blame also end to politicians because all the time you put the blame on politicians, allowing the technocrats now. I say the blame no to almost no one you wadi. Sebi president no engineer. So engineer krana and you know this assembly hall and municipal assembly hall. And as we speak, anybody that is trying to build a house, you have to go and pick a building permit. Why hot ne kwaji building permit no? So at the end of the day, what me who say obi di signature adan anansa paper so say mama kwan say ko si dan wa ha. Ube corner this assembly and try gusu produce permit. Then the next day you realize that the person is building. Knowing very well say baby ani pekro ni si dan no waterways. And so all these things, when you tend to blame, let's say, politicians, we are trying to leave the substantive matters, now they to your friends, politician, and that is where the engineers have their way out. That is where the technocrats, some more assembly and those places, they have their way out. But I'm happy that you realize that, I say, the politicization of all these things, and that is the way Ghana has to go. Under MPP, just MPP government on me, under the stewardship of the former regional minister Titus Glover, right?
Titus Glover.
Yes. Or did they need see, sir? If you know, sir, dine on more CCC in waterways, no move, baby. Places where people are not supposed to be selling things. Example is Palace Mall. Where to move on, no casa pampa amount for. Where you are not supposed to sell things, would your man could see oh ton yoma. That is some of the indiscipline you can't want them. But where I realized that politicization is cut from Kakra is now MPP has done it before. You understand? Now NDC is also doing it. Omu bubu sa nine waterways. Beautiful houses, but they have to go down. Because at the end of the day, the rich man no or not to me could see die see baby and sofa because obet me out sang we are named Boba agency now plot a man. And then it goes to affect Sebio, the poor man or no one who is you no baby and you I want to walk on a sassy war far away baby and soon to me go on. We shall no more diverting Sunamano, na ecohano. So senior, I would always encourage that things of this nature, especially when they are natural things, are a nature and the influence. We should go the way we are going. When MPP agrees that Yembu are dying, NDC come, let's don't depart from it. Once your house is not at a permitted area, I say we sit down. Why would you say you far on the I say one can you see, when we don't start doing that, a lot of people will continue to do that, and then Accra, because like I said, Accra will continue to become a congestion there, back day in day out. Obi sinifie we or Sisako Ram. Day in day out, Obi shall say foundation. So at every point in time, no congestion is coming, and we are not paying attention to how do you call it? Baby and Siobefa. Na bia koton asase ama obi bebia nsi fa na koton asase ama omo. I think before MPP left power and now when we came to power early stage na power no, there were some say India force celebrate phobia no mu sit down be abey some waterway be. It took the president and other people to go there and stop those things. Uncle Musidam, oh, Obesha Musigano, no more pians, you know, Obi. Then the person start to suffer. And yes, you enjoy Obis or no, Boagana Maya, with on one effort, on one energy. Young born on to me some Ghana Mai. Somewhere 2015, when this issue of rains shall see now a cough farm, minka man for you. A coffin mouthful or circle and nipper be na shishi. Na your former your president in Nuya Ibrahim Mama. Or say, okay, let's dredge the Odo River. Let's dredge it. At least in any case at all. Or not now who say it is his machineries and they call you Jumano. Even if the government is providing fuel. No, at the end of the day, it has to save somebody from Abia or how Obekum. But you saw how it became. It became and it was as if there was some conflict of interest. Obidimo be and Uncle Ye. But at the end of the day, we needed what he was doing. So sometimes I don't know who are na said there be and yes and Yoma Konosa. But well, we're in a nation that we are developing gradually. The people themselves now are beginning to know. Say, these are a nyoma be a say ye DHre and a nyoma be a say he DHre. Because nay, Obi Danshin, you are saying, I will say, and I will catch and say, Jomama, on tia, Obecatcher say, what is the problem? What is the issue of Jomama? Jomama is breaking houses, or let me say, the District Assembly are breaking houses, a what riverways. And I say, baby, and so far. And so, senior, I would always encourage all of us as politicians to take away the politicization in all these matters. Look, when you go to places like Dawa area there, Ashama, Amasama areas here, Kaswa areas there, and other areas, there are vast lands a ɛwɔ hɔ a yɛbɛtumi apia nneɛma no bi akɔ hɔ. But you see, menya misika na me kosi dan. I would want to build it in the center of town because that is where it's closer to ministries. That is where it's closer to the beautiful hospitals, the beautiful markets, and other amenities. No, in the center of town, you're closer to those places. But when we start moving the main city to other areas, the land is there. So we can be able to move some of the ministries, some of the agencies there. So that whoever that is also staying there, and it's just a matter of a double road standard and the traffic a buffer. People want to go there. And now the amount for Ukabroche and other places amount for to meet in Ghana. No more Kumasi. Hey Bernard, I'm sure you've been to abroad and those things. You see how they use their transport system. So we just need some simple amenities. You will end up seeing that people will start to, because nobody wants to also stay at a congested area. They all in those things. That's why some people want to go and build estate and they will live in a serene area. In this area, sometimes people assume, and I make say people it is out of the love of the country. Yeah, politicians say sometimes I'm doing say we are just saying for our parochial interest. Ebi adawa ho asema bako boy obi ka me plus bi ho enuntia. But see what you wanna work ebi o say yes, this is a reality. And of course, whoever that has been to Dawa areas there, when who plus that ho, and the kind of things are buying now buy, and it cannot be only NDC government.
Right.
It has to be all the governments now to show that level of commitment. Because the Foreign Affairs Ministry, Ekosi Dawa, or China also ba for Interior Ministry, Ekosi ho. And then the town will start to spring up. Sanu ebenya kwan kura atwetwetwa gates yi. Atwetwetwa kwan yi, aye kwan yi. And those things will develop this country.
All right.
At least most of our leaders and even the upcoming leaders when you have been say on to Kwan Kram Ponu, walk about 2 or 3 countries after. He has seen the level of development at Ewoho and the way they do their things. So when we come to government or when we assume the realm of leadership, these are some of the things I say you show. Sometimes we don't just send a bit say or workshop or a brochure because of the PDM. But even their society, how they do their things, Kosuabeka. A popular place like Dubai will be a Kobai. A very young country. I think Ghana is older than Dubai, right?
Mm-hmm.
And a desert country. Go and look at how they have been able to develop Dubai and the kind of systems we put in place. These are places our leaders, even in Kuala police. These are places they just pay 5,000 Ghana cedis or 30,000 Ghana cedis and go to Dubai and come. And they see what happens there. So we just need strong, bold leadership, committed leadership, and inter-party system. Now, party system. Now, one. So obi ya de na ya de pa. Lienfuaso. And we should go that way.
But that's it, papa. Lawyer.
Come
Uniaka bebre.
I'm sure someone can because if you're not one propaganda, into my car, some be ashamed. You young cosway.
Indiscipline. President is a can be papa, and dear Kosu, and an apprentice what Unia Bashiru, so waka congestions also can be one solutions. Other areas are Masama ne, other areas are
that our area ho.
There
are places that you can
and flood in Sensemi. President Kasa emitie pa. The president na ni speech mu no kasa no. O start fi indiscipline. But ewie chi no odikowie ewo engineering. Asema no e kasa. He doesn't see it to be an engineering problem no. But indiscipline problem. No kasa no or start here or the indiscipline. But every no akopie ewo engineering. Minya Bashiru eti hey o ka say o start fi indiscipline onu so be wie no afi o say ye nkoda wa about engineering inti we should not trivialize it am I man looking like indiscipline and na and I say and only the main issue air cause this thing indiscipline there e ka ho pa but indiscipline no is just minute, it's just a tip of the iceberg. Inti problems are ye face a lot has to do with engineering. Mami fa yenko yechi. Just in 2024, on the weekend of 25th and 26th May, in Subrane Eto, Ghana, on Monday 27th May 2024, your president make his speech. The Nana Adudankwe Kufado on this same flag
2024.
Yes, 2024. No, President John Dramani Mahama, then the flag bearer of the NPP, no, Eba Bemeki, the flag bearer of the NDC, Eba Meki a statement. Now, my main quote the statement. I promise that, given the opportunity to lead Ghana again, a new NDC government under my leadership will not rest until it finds an engineering solution to the persistent flooding and implement an effective preventive and management plan. When statement current president Emeki in 2024 when he was then the flag bearer of the NDC on 27th May 2024. When we're in opposition, NDC being in opposition at that time, they saw the problem as an engineering problem which needed management plan to prevent all this. But every government, NDC government, say no. All the emphasis in discipline. I think that let's be frank to ourselves as Ghanaians. Say per se solve this flood issue. Let's identify problems nankasawo. Abrofuka Omasembi say identification of the problem is part of the solution. Inti say yetna say na ye be trivialize ka so we indiscipline because I'm in government. The next government is so be indiscipline. Na yan solve problem na baby ayegina na yegina. Mame can assemble. Let's look at the topography and I say the geographical way of Accra. Baby Accra dano. And na ye in the sense say ye wo insu bebre etwa ye hwahia. And we are just about 130 meters above sea level. Even places within Accra no are just 50 meters above sea level. So what means they say in so top coming all the way from the top Ebri mountains ni nyina ba bewie e won kran. Even within Accra no places like Odo, Chemu, Osu, Songo Mokwe, Lafa, Sakumono, Densu, Peshi, Kole. All these are areas in Suo Enam to come into the sea. But Yebesha, all these places are Mabobono. And about 60% of the population in Accra.
Hey, residential areas.
Yes. These are the residential areas in Accra. About 60%. These are the areas in Crawford. So how do we solve this problem? Say, yanye engineering and who said no. These are the places I was say residential. And no na Neka said baby to said that there are certain places where we can move the population to. Ebe solve this problems we now. But over the years no, we a issue our for over 30 to 40 years.
More than that.
I am planning.
More than that.
Yeah, mama fa ye kwan yi enam ha e konsa emfa nye mfa to. Sa kwan yi President Kufuor time see ye. Okay say ye sa kwan yi e konsa se si anu yeguso ye kwan no because your society no try na mu tre. Tre no na e wo say ye ba ye kwan mu to be able to accommodate us. Ene de bia me ko insawom na me ba na me dwen ho say nti ye wie kwan yi oba na obedu achimota anaso obedu ofanko barrier obede akọ because ye nyina kwan ne de ye beba hwio ba ye bepie wo achimota e kwan be ne ye befa so na ye nyina ba befa Accra kwan yi so e convert into 2 lanes there is a problem coming. Inti also who say all these things, yes, the indiscipline but no, just a small aspect of it. Indiscipline so say aho fama wo ho na ye pese ye solve this issue ye betimi solve it in the sense that with the indiscipline measures are ye be put in place, prosecution people are suggesting, but the main issue high engineering problem. Inti si yen hu no say engineering problem na ya mfa nyama ntutu akwam so ye movie population enko ha say no ha say ye mpene nkrofo entena ha biom nkrofo nko this part of Accra ana ye nko akwan yen sisi bibi in those parts of Accra to attract people to move there. Afibia ye beba abeka flooding ho asem. Afibia ye beba abeka flooding ho asem. Inti me president enye adwin totally say a indiscipline issue. Nemu mijidi say si solve the basic problem now, which is the engineering issue now. As for indiscipline there, politicians beba no omo na power ne wo they can enforce and ensure say this issue is solved. But the indiscipline no, the most important thing is say your power, and I say when we are in government and my who say indiscipline. As at the time now President Maham make that statement. No. Now the MPP government at that time had spent 200 million. Omudi be air dredge or dono. Omudi way just to prevent the flood. Even as at the time, now SASMC on the 27th, no, now 150 million Ghana cedis, $150 million proposal had been sent to Parliament, cry for approval, still to fight the issue of way. About way by no, what has been the expenditure in trying to solve these issues? In terms of Accra flooding, what has been the preparation? Because I idea in himself every year be a how much of the taxpayers' money has been sunk into this area to try and solve this problem. So we should not trivialize it. Money looking like it is only indiscipline. But the indiscipline also, a kahopa, esan say, wa oni miyankro for any omusuban. Obi wo ha or them or yebola, in so ta, no ababi shib, in so nimfanko he. Drains be brave, even here kwan yiso. Nam Peace FM, enim haba. Drains ni be brave a blocky. Drains ni be brave a blocky. Baby wo ha ye drains ya cover. Baby so wo ho so ye open drains. In so to nanu na meba na ye yi got mu. I think one of the areas. Na ye yi got anima near the atu got an inchen. Ye nsisa ye yi got animu near the atu got an inchen. In so ne to na san kan nyina egum. But this time no
cost 90.
Yes, yeti ha no na che se be kwa kochoki e wo baby fufuro. Into indiscipline no, it has a part to play. And the indiscipline no, citizens have their part. The government, any government official, even send an aminiane can be about permit anyway. Bisa who say nipa hekra na je permit and sa no makosi dan. And yes say money looking like a technocrats no na bia onim say higher waterway no am obi permit so nkosi dan wo ho. Enkrofo be break ran je permit and sa no makosi dan. Enuti na de bia be hu dan ya ba be produce permit because be brain no they don't go for the permit. But we successive governments no have not ensured say sanyama we nyina no ye besi ano kwan. So the indiscipline is there on the part of the citizen, is there on the part of government, and it is there on the part of omo ayedi adwuma na show monsa say they should ensure that the proper thing is done. But nyame can say that indiscipline no is just a minute part of it. Inti President Nenko no samra biom na engineering part no yenka ho asem because that is what ebe properly to solving this problem once and for all.
Meda lawyer Bernard Adokwafo na yetin no a member of the NPP communication team. But you mean church one or two be?
Oh yeah, I think me team you Bernard no. No ntino Abia. But largely it is the same in some his excellent John Dramani Mama Ekano and no one oka. You see, engineering woho. That is why he himself and our thoughts. When you are talking, sometimes once you are not one script adiano, there are a lot of thoughts about what you. That is why sometimes a binimutimi a contradiction moho e won sembimu. You realize that President Obama was talking about indiscipline. But indiscipline alone is not a problem to our issue. The engineering aspect, and I can't engineering aspect, maybe a man joins a MPP. Look, I want us to have, you see, and now I know Kasesina. Obi die, Eshins, you say. Abia the person who was using the pension sika, and your dear sika, Safiro, and that's all tea. Nay, the young man, your sembibra. It's like Upesa would have Martin come now, what you know. That's why I want to be very impartial. I mean, I want to devoid of politics in all these things. At any point in time, engineering, no, right from when it started, not even under President Kufuor, not even under His Excellency Jerry John Rawlings, but it has to take a point in time. What were you doing under MPP? It was engineering. To create way for what? Ensure Ebefaho. Who decides, and I say, who suggests, and I say, who says that a is where a waterway that into Kobu? An engineer. So it is engineering. There's no way His Excellency John Dramani can talk about flood, says it is indiscipline, and then we will not talk about engineering. That is a fact. And the engineering, no, why be? As recent as time I now war. Now we will for that. Like I mentioned it earlier on. Now we will for that. It is engineering. Yabe amount for that. It is engineering. So all boils down to engineering. President Mama couldn't have completed his statement, without telling us engineering. Ena, who actually see to the engineering matters? Any engineer. Ena a president. Engineer. Where is the engineer? The district assemblies. Who is an engineer? A technocrat. You see, Bernard, you see, the truth of the matter is that many were politicians. But a makwai ama a human or more say some year human and more mukwai, no more could be. Sebio, I must see you be a corrupt. Minister be a corrupt. Minister, what bad minister only near Kosovo. It's a technocrat, no mention as a Kose, no Korea. But at the end of the day, you look for the minister or the CEO, and you pin the person, you leave the technocrat to go. It will continue. Why then Pesica? Bella won't Pesica. And I see that won't Pesica. That is it. Human being in our nature, we are very we are very porous people. Say obi at the puppy brawa, you softly take it. Unless of course there are strong laws guiding it. Now what you work from. So it happens. And a day in day out, workers say how many people ne permits or mukosidai. Whose duty is it to make sure that Obi sit down or who's Obi sit down or how cost open? Whose duty is it? Is it my duty as a communication member of the NDC? And now it's your duty as a communication member of the NPP. And I see your duty.
Oh, David.
Is the somebody has been employed to do it?
That's right.
And so once the person has been employed to do it, on so you say new houses are obey onye. But the part of the indiscipline no wabobiso on the issue of obisora now fan baller. I say Ghana mum de pa asina obisora now wood baller pa baller o. Now pegata no de akogum srum. Now adan nation no ko. Na bona na akwasa kodru amuna gata kitwa bia entimi found na kochoki na so shall say bu faso. That is the indiscipline. And so when all these indisciplined things are happening, we have to talk about them. Look for those people, name them and shame them. Na sina me pacho more time na bia me na misa. But me na me ya kwala me sorry na me nim ma me no mo papa no mo ofie even right from north enye Accra akro no north chale what is a sama e ba fie sama na ma for cross road sama chen police
and there
because sama no be chiwa kuma police
and your friend tankers
won correct yeah on e from sama you see at a point sama na be gu and make say sama na gu. The powers that were given to those Samasames, because these Samasames could walk to your house and charge you.
Baby,
and charge you. And you dare not joke with sama. Sometimes we dear go now do saka sama. And they are na who kwa jiti. Yes, when TV lances na krama pam we. You see, so all those things in Abia we can bring it in a new form. Say, look, the environmental officers at the district levels, let's resource them. In fact, without resources, definitely they cannot do their work. But let's resource them and make sure that they enter into houses. See how one kasakurano, baby, I would ubola see how you preserve your things. You see, coral, Asha said, buy, you know, who's a coral, and you might buy the way because of a fee. All the time we have to deal with issues of corolla in this country. Passionately, let's discuss all these matters. And you see, these solutions are made, is for the good of everybody. Senior, coral and NPP in NDCO. And then NPP so NDC so enjoy MPP. Won't be. When you get to find yourself in all those things. Moreover, I spoke about bold leadership, strong leadership. The strong leadership, bold leadership, no, and said dually in all of us. Bernard, you're a leader somewhere. If you're not bold, assuming Ghana was your own private business, won't you be bold to manage it? Yeah, the Ghana mouse say it's your own private business. Won't you be bold to manage it? And we can only be bold if we stop the much politicization in some of these things. Because every leader becomes weak when you start to criticize him. Abroad, no one say, well, take a bold decision. Yeah, Papa, His Excellency Jerry John Rawlings and Wanyan baby call. Some of the bold decisions will take you. Some people hated him for those bold decisions. Yeah. But today, when we are counting the successful governance in one country, you couldn't count without counting His Excellency Jerry John Rawlings' time. That leadership style, no. He told me that our issue in this country started, when we mentioned, and then I know lawyer will disagree with me on this matters, but then plenty of our issues started when we adopted the issue of democracy. I so more na PMP and I issue do one say in your mind ekoswa enye say ekosu but ekosu. But all because the power has now been reverted to the people. Say choose a leader for us, and so the leader has to put up a certain style. One can say obu man a certain way be into ojai no be ema no be koso. Look, at first Yebeka say we're all ignorant of the law was what we were relying on. But now, firmly, the lawyers are saying that ignorance of the law is not an excuse. You understand? When we continue that way and we push it hardly without strong leadership, then that is where we get to know that, look, we are going to mature this country to a certain level. Okay? We got places like Dubai and other countries. Police in China will say, well, lances were infant. Police in jail will just stop you at the roadside and say, oh, well, lances were infant. No, nobody will ask you. Make sure you don't find yourself into any trouble. When you find yourself into any trouble, then one can say jail and they will come. Because they will worry you on the road. And that is sometimes the leadership we need. Right?
Mami, for Bakum,
also the Bakum University.
Mami Fankani Aminian account. In fact, now just a point to say President John Dramani Mahama or Kasano or making the statement that indiscipline rather than an engineering problem, and I say an engineering failure. And Untina Amaye Drele say, though indiscipline but his statement was emphatic or say indiscipline rather than an engineering problem. Now Ghana and some other places na men who say when issues come, young politicians, we find a way to blame everyone except ourselves. Many of them make say, what can technocrats there, what can your permit, what can say any president, a Juma, and so or new engineer, obey yes, I will. But what role does the politician or the government or leadership also has to play in it?
Supervisory role.
But even within that supervisory role, leaders themselves are also, they also form policies. any niama solve all these things.
Yes.
Yen ye constructing road. Now constructing road now also they got a tomb. Now him say how me constructing road no. I have to put a gutter.
Yes,
and also say now could put gutter ketwa because you want to cut cost or you want to find a way to siphon certain. At the end, how do you come and blame a technocrat for that where you the politician has caused? Inti say you blame me trying to look for solutions to this problem. The politician is not innocent in this matter.
Not at all. Nobody said that.
We are trying to, as you said, a very sensitive issue for a lot of Ghanaians. Until you discuss it, or say you send you discussing it, and that is even why we are talking about it. Send you be finding a lasting solution to it. Now, and yes, at this point, you know, you be a blame game, a pushy blame, I'm away. All of us have a part to play. Ukasakra, you made a statement about police. Bisa who said police no crime for obi say on you see the correct license. Only pa kono frɛ obi no be a frɛ no. Aka che no so me nipa ni agya no manenko. So it is a whole problem, it's a systematic problem we are all going through.
All right.
Nti kakra me de be ka ho kwame.
But for Madam Asepa, lawyer Bernard Adokwafo, a member of the NPP communication team, and the attending in Kano, but just before Obeka Sayina Bashiru Amantana, a member of the NDC communication team, Trakasa. Going forward, the Institute of Economic Affairs, reporting to us, say 58% of Ghanaians still backing Mahama, the president, despite a dip in approval ratings. Now, despite a dip in the approval ratings, you know, and Chemuka Krani said, as at last year, December 2025, now Ghana for a back His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. So one muji denia toswania reshemu say yes indeed he was because 2025 he was on the right track as far as the economy ni free baby ewo eba baby ewo say ewo any amambu ni sese ye na ejina 68%, although still no anko for mampeni ene na baimu areshemu ni awtoso ni gidie, but at 68 to 58%, 73.5% economic recovery any won say Ghana for bi so mo pepa. Then akwanya abansha say oye ebia endorse 16%, energy electricity I want to so amodi abaye bo ho no Ghana for Institute of Economic Affairs no mukasa e nemu 2.7% say yes
3%. 3%. It's not 3%.
Say
3%.
2.7.
2.7. Oh, okay.
Then the fight against corruption are to ascend 2.1%, and others in 6.1%. That is what we have. Bernard, what the message say through so? Say muna ya na mo ka se nema nkunye ni ade ade em so o cha se kra no nanka wo fa ho, but I say you believe so 58%.
Oh, we propaganda everywhere. How?
I akasa omunu den den enfa we am so many Ghana for about 1,000 in all regions, so core region be about 1,000 no my survey no the abani
kwame asema ayi for ken
ase what yem na enya na first work
there be asema maka to ho yatepa.
Okay,
na mum even in omu way no kra no there has been a dip nature say rate omode ma president eswati aba 58
and 68
na eswati aba 58 na obi bisa ho say eba ne sen na eswati sen kan nka yesterday nka ye rate to 68 no kan no ne say okọ wadim by ne sen na eswati because Ghana for even from their own statistics aba no Ghana for say in some bebre na NDC catch when they were in opposition bebree na yɛ ndada bebree na yɛ nkontompo bebree na yɛ atro and that is how come sisia no the rating no eso started how many years ni in government and they say be 4 years then na say you share rate eso 10 year and they be 4 years ni then eso at about 20 esan said niama bebree na NDC government a promise Ghanaians even within the various sectors ni nyina omo kan ho asem no ebesi ne they have not been able to deliver. Sure, the last election, one of the things a winning NDC the election was on the issue of 24-hour economy. Baby I'll be fair near budget so 24-hour economy. You say one job 3 shifts. 2 years down the lane. Akosi saying. Up to now, you what the policy is all about. Maybe constituency crime, but say omo market.
Constituency, wherever.
Yes, omo besi market. They say 24-hour economy no. 3 shifts, 1 job no. Asisa ababeye putting up of market. Na fitititi na yensi market. Yesi market pa. Former president, time former president, so no cry see market. Was it 24-hour economy? This was a policy, it was not thought through. They don't have any basis for this policy. They don't even know who be some cry some more explain. Say me nia Bashiru, I no be try say. Say the explanation no, e be nia obi fu from so can no so be different explanation. Inti say na kwako wie as say yensi market. Me constituency cry me tie ye say ye call market women ne ho so obi amfa 200 Ghana cedis embrana ye mfa nka ho for this project. How? Time or more opposition, what you said about 24-hour economy, and then mobile bemuno, assistant ababe market. Ghanaians are seeing. Nan we are near go through a phase of doom so. I mean, no can say yen solving ye. And that's all. In some of the places, no, ye doom can I say some low shedding be, some rationing be, air coswa, yan kasa ye nim because Obia knew how bedia tum say, Yasanko doom some, but ye womb. All these things, no, Ghanaians are seeing it and Ghanaians are feeling it. She free SHS. Government ibe and then saying a free SHS no ababe. She agenda 111 projects. MPP AJI. Up to now, these projects, how things are going with this project. But we will cry ye so ye the credit atum say ye simply because MPP government and so Ghanaians are seeing all these things. Ghanaians, even the economic management, Krana, the NDC seems to turn themselves for the economic management. How are we going? The Bank of Ghana issues here by and saying losses any car ya bobo. It is not the amount money enkuye kra. But NDC for Emma onka. It is a ratings number. Na enye MPP ene ratings yaba nemo me aye ene ratings yaba actually say the confidence of Ghanaians or Ghanaians are losing confidence in the president. Mijidi say ne kwan so ano
about 58% they say a pass mark
58% and I say 58% yen fan to say mofra ye ko school yes if more or less divide if less more divide yen say within this short period no confidence that's what about this level within the next week it means that they are going below half in the next 9 months to 1 year they are going below half and which I said by the time President John Dramani Mahama be any term no let's just say the confidence that Ghanaians had say oh yes you say go be to me be say aboyan no let's just say there was nothing and if we want to rate them yen hwe ne omo kan when they were coming ne yen fan to what they have been able to achieve and no be my a clearer picture than even the percentages are omodi ababe to hot amayen ayi
Bashiru sina what ye ayi what ye unia Bernard adokwafon so
yeah sina
what's more kwafom
that is what IA says say the trust people na omo ema NDC abai no so but you see now at any point in time that abai bi so na omu yi sa abai na free so it's not because omo pesa abai no and you know we your mouth so. And just omo kasa omo call me. But then it is because sometimes they say that perhaps there is some disappointment and na omo face it. They trust omo de ma aban no ebia and na aban na ntimi enkodi so say na omo pe. That is why they say sit aside and let others come. That is what generally it means. Now, when they are voting in a government and I say a particular party, there are certain expectations that omo sa party into no sa party neighbor. It's normal that human being biano, no matter ade omo de be ma no, still would also pay dodo eka ho. So when they don't get those things no, omo ka say the government or omo ka say nipa kro no onye adwuma ne yi. And now on to his expectation. Of course, the country has just started working. Why am I saying it has just started working? Senior, no crying say NDC by 2 years, 1.5 years, we have not completed the road. That is a fact. You understand? So who are quiet that now you complete year? Just some few days ago, yet you say. Now the roads minister no complaining say the contractors no omo de adwuma more omo nya adwuma no. And do you know how people are disappointed in these contractors? Do you know? Omo de contractor ama local contractor so onko nya adwuma na sa nipa kro no onya adwuma no. Ade no so mu say ode wajisika but onya adwuma no. Definitely say me no kra will be disappointed. And when we are disappointed, these are some of the things we point out. Once my road is not being constructed, and now contractor no also, but oba now a free so, oba now a free so. When you go to rate the person based on that pattern, oba culture say, and yet. But look at where our economy figure no edda. It's about 78%, right, Sina? So boy, yeah. It's about 78%. That means that the Ghanaian population knows that. Of course, when it comes to issues of the real economy, it's not about buku. Mami born wa twi mu buku. Enye buku. Enye de da nkrata so. E na omode jage. But the reality on the grounds is that Minya Bernard to her and they are all complaining. He's buying fuel at a lesser rate, at a cheaper rate as compared to NPP time. If he's a businessman, he's purchasing dollar. Today, me know can say at 11 cedis 04 pesos. As we speak today. So these are the economic indicators. Adriane Buo, IFO, Krumha.
Inflation down.
Inflation down. Yes, I don't want to be using those book and that means that we are going to cut it short. But the inflation, yeah, to inflation was 23%. That inflation rate was 23%. No, you see, I mean, can say about 3.7%, 3.4% as we speak. Today, MPP almost road. They are not able to talk about Malamata market. However, we push them. So, I won't come Malamata market. I won't come. What do you see there? Because Malamata market, no, and more than 200 Ghana cedis or Malamata market, and I will call her 50 Ghana cedis. Into better than one Malamata market. Remember in 2016. The kind of policies are not ye papa ba mi no ye okruma. Onu come Malamata market say no cotton yoma. Ene on be come Malamata market asem. Because it is reflecting our pockets. See na, minim say we use motor na we use car. Yep. Ne we use bia
ba we use car.
Ye danyame ase. I no buy fuel at a lesser rate. What buy nei? I mean chana car keys. The car key no. Auto fuel e buy you. He bought it at a lesser rate. Abia, last year, not on the car. He bought it at a lesser rate because of the economy, proper management of the economy. But it is normal for the population to say that Bibi Ndrume so into Abana Mamon and yet. And I ask myself that who are the people that I call could be some questions? Some of the people that will be some. On the culture say abiding shut down kosu ye and those things, some of them are our own people. And what am I saying our own people? Because the government now is focusing and concentrating on yenina. We can say yenina, more journalists. Me, I'm to him here NDC ni. Bernard to here MPP ni. The government is focusing on all of us. The government is not saying say, among the NDC form Kwan Ebeko World Cup. Grassroots no, among pet. Make a home pet. Yenaya come for NDC form Kwan World Cup. The government is not saying that. And so the grassroots feels that, no. The NDC we voted for and wanted them to support our own people. As in South Africa, we knew the statements are MPP for make here. Nana Bin will make here. Samuel couldn't make here in relation to issues of World Cup one more time. They said they were going to send only MPP members. And that happened. But this current government, President Obama has become a father for all. That is how our Tifu world boss were. And I say, a banner say, a so Tifu world boss were. Or Tiswa. Or Kase. A Ghana Yina, or Tiswa Momunina. Enre see that. Kokobo releases statement B. Do you know that as we speak today, the price of cocoa, that appropriately, the government was supposed to be reducing the price of fuel, cocoa, or farms in the moon. But the statement so to say, we are maintaining the price of cocoa, despite the fact that prices are reducing in the international market. MPP, Amika said, you have named yourself with a beautiful name. New Patriotic Party. What is patriotism? Patriotism means that you participate in all these things. You can better say it. And you see to the welfare of the Ghanaian population. You see and talk about the good things that people do. And now one of them MPs, minority MPs, now one of them say, oh, cocoa boy, cocoa day. Meanwhile, the cocoa farmers are laughing at them. The cocoa farmers now do not smuggle cocoa to Cote d'Ivoire. They prefer to sell them in Ghana here because they realize that amount of Ghana how motono it was rich in Cote d'Ivoire motono. But under MPP, with all the gymnastics, they were smuggling cocoa to those Cote d'Ivoire cotton. But they compared the heaviness of water and then sun. And I can say, answer and ensue. Share the mudu and the moon said no, there be Bakumu du Chembako into some check out a family. So the governance you are seeing today, it is because it is benefit to all of us. And when they go to meet people like Yaya Kofua or Moya disgranted, definitely these are the answers that will come. What do you expect? Sina?
One Kofua is in NDC party members now. Of
course. You hear this every now and then. Because aside from a more born artist, and now say fuel born artist, dollar born artist, no, it is affecting all of us as Ghanaians. That is a fact, right? But then, how about the party member Nankasano? This is the question we ask. And these are some of the reasons in here. Abia, party member who know they are binding and performing to only expectations. Because in Drew Numponano. But I always say that let's still be resolute. Say yo, minu penny, minu ketwa. Comrade. Mr. Mede, minu penny Malik Basintali. Any minu penny Sami Jenfi. Where were they? Where were they? Today, they are where they are. So with time best so. The time will come for you to also to pick up a certain position who expects yourself be father. 2016, 2017, no lose power no. Ebi a minu penny Sami Jenfi minu penny Malik Basintali. No munim say baby omu we go tena we. But their time has become ripe and they are there. So if it is coming from our own corteses and the answer CB free bar, I will continue to say that of course we are also grassroots. Let's still be resolute. Let's support the government. Say if the government is going to stay, NDC is going to stay in power for let's say 30 years, tell me at the end of the day, which party member will not get a job in this country? Say, call the party lines. Which party member is not going to get a job? But we are hoping, say, could do 30 years and sign of new jobs. So, see, the question, of course, people's expectation will definitely be going down day in, day out. But when we start to produce the results, I can assure you that people's expectation will go up again.
Okay,
because
so 1 year, 6 months.
Yes.
And when do we expect the production?
Now wait me the 1 year, 6 months. See Accra Express Road, Accra Kumasi Express Road.
But you're saying?
Wait me the 6 months. See Accra Kumasi Express.
Obviously no.
Awesome, thank you. See now, I like your response this morning. Obviously no. Wouldn't free when she Edekowa. Have you been there before?
No.
But but I would have been happy say we be book time. Now me am for me motorway so na twi na ye dia akọ your friend say wa
ye the motor.
Oh, you met me the motor akọ.
Hey,
ekwan wa mumba ye the motor akọ. But even fine. See that. Let's be realistic. Say it's not VIP na STC mu. Na e ka say akọ wa. Ekwan na eye 8 to 10 hours I would do maybe to say balling. Sometimes 10 hours or 11 hours to maximum 12 hours to work from Accra. And then almost the 24 hours and they do go do work.
Hey.
Yes. You can ask people. You can ask these OA buses people. 24 hours.
Hey.
Yes. Some of them.
Then
because a time. A time, no. They cannot use 1 year, and that's why I'm asking you. Say, alcohol da, and alcohol da. We who ni tintin, tintin na maybe sa osano. We who say that what? So we ask you that can we use 1 year, 6 months to build that road? No. And some of the contractors are misbehaving. So the people along that stretching, they say, oh, I can't almost the contractment by now. Now I'm Johnny. You see, they use all these things to pin the NDC government. That's what happens. In the senior, you don't see these results, as the environment na shut down cost and it's na economy. But people's expectations are down because you see, even the level at which amount for doing say, yeah, bad by more na teacher amount for tutum. Oh, who could that prison? Who could that jail? No, that was where the lay person was expecting say, ebeye. But we are in a country of rules and then laws. And so you cannot just say, oh, Bernard. What the Sikakodro went here, Chiwakotum. That's why the issue of all this issue of legal battles, ACCs were court. And sometimes, legal battles, because your lawyer are being, Miss Lawyer are being. Nobody in shame. When we know we actually every nowhere to we have a shame. Legal battles are some of the things that it take long to dispense. And so all those things, the lay person will say that I won't buy that and those things. But we are following procedures. And there's one thing I believe that lawyer will agree with me. Because you cannot just pick somebody say, oh, we didn't go to prison. It doesn't happen like that. And so all these things, as time goes on, I can assure you that when the express road, now the 3 hours, every Accra, Ekodru Kumasi, you sa wenchi Bole Bamboy Sola Wa Road no. Now the 10 hours, every Accra, Ekodru your friends say Wa. Then myself and you can know that people will start to say the NDC government has done well in all these things. And so Nyoma cost to Accra. And at this point in time, at least when you come ripe, it's 100% but you cannot get 100% because there are still people that do not still believe in you. But your percentage will be high. But as time goes on, definitely, a better form because Abia Bernard, no, or ye importer no. See that? Who tell me? Now Bernard ye importer under NPP no. There was nothing like AI system. So there were a lot of seepages, leakages. I don't know if I should DDD. And then we know because some of the AI system about they have reduced taxes. They have taken taxes away. But they have opened the tax net. Say, see now we have business. Now we want to taxes. See, I show patrol to taxes. So that a reduce the burden on Bernard. Bernard will get a reduced rate of what taxes that he used to pay. But then we will still get the amount of money. And don't forget that we say that IMF should be something of the past. And how do we make IMF something of the past? When we are able to do some of these things, we depend on our own taxes. Or maybe the major things from Mudubu taxes. Maybe you can count some certain countries are any major. But as for all African countries and several other countries, taxes no Mudubu Omumai. It is how the taxes bu my. He found our Konya taxes. It is for our own people, the businesses they do. But then how do you reduce the burden on a particular person to widen the tax net? No, be a timia to kakra. Now, a timia aquanim. See now, what in the American I say? Sure. Inti, and no more when you know, Abia no beat me, and your leakages be seepages be. Now, I say, Otiminia 100,000 out of a car or cotton. You see, I know, Akye Abia from about 50,000 because of the AI system. Obe complaining. But go and ask Honorable Atoforsen. The amount of money this thing is fetching into the Ghanaian coffers. Which will help myself and you at the end of the day. Yanko Jibosiambia will be a Embe Dia Juma Yedinoha. You see, these are some of the things that NDC Charles here in 2016. Before 2016, we left power. These are some of the things that Charles here, yeah. And a President Kufodo, former President Kufodo, then opposition leader, no, can't say, Ghana Yetikasu na come there. Ghana e come kuye next year Yetikasu. Because all those things, one who say, Nasika no kre excellent, Nasika dem chabababababa. Heritage for Nasika dem chabababababa. And all other fans, Nasika dem into know who say yes, of course. Our consolidated fan na yema. Into Obega say Nasika won. But when you come and you don't put things in place, Nasa who sikana eda hono. And you prefer that you use as sikana with the kotu amona. Na koda ne dampa da ho. Definitely, the physical discipline you can. Won't mean your physical discipline. You will fail in the dealing of physical discipline.
Benadinya bebem.
Oh, damn naso. I was saying setting record in the street. In the sense say, Tama MPP yefi abemu. And before ye babe to Abakra on December 6th. Na fuel prices no. And then I'm 13-14. Fuel prices. Ene me to fuel gumi kemu ansana mabaha. Bisa ho se ene ayeka se ene fuel prices in am saying. And then I'm 16. In this say otina aka so say fuel prices so atia. Ati when
where are the facts?
Oh, the facts are there.
Where are they?
You check here. Ye fi abem on the 6th of December ye babe to aba. Now it was 13-14. Ene it is at 15-16. Inti say okache ordinary Ghanaian say, oh, ya baby bia you okay fuel prices so atia. Ati in what sense? Because MPP efia bemuno. This was the price. Inti no my setting record ni straight.
And no correct. And then fuel the amount you are quoting and fuel price and all like that.
Me and them matter fuel.
I'm telling you that as at yesterday 12, NPA reduces price floor of petrol from 15 cedis to 13 Ghana cedis per liter. And diesel from 15 cedis 49 pesos to 15 cedis 11 effective June 16th. Inti
and then
13th. Inti right from
16th. And the price of fuel is at 16.
So acknowledge this one. Would you acknowledge this one?
Where okay, so yeah.
So you acknowledge it.
No, to be fair, MPP AFI Abemun. It was 13. Inti say and then metofu na metoni.
See now check facts. Where you fact check?
Then it means that it is problematic. After so cocoa prices, MPP war power no. Now they were paying cocoa prices 3,100 per bag, which we were all aware. NDC said there be initially no, I say there be Muntiamo 6,500.
I said we are coming out from senior. I come and
I no. Yaba betina say Musa say Momo ba bema Mubetia 7,200 per bag.
Propaganda na from senior.
And then
lawyer man, you see lawyer, why you doing?
There be no, it's not that. It's a formula.
You see, I have intention me from lawyer because I want you to be factual.
It is a fact.
No.
Are you saying that you didn't say that in opposition?
Look, we said we didn't say that.
You didn't say that.
We didn't say that.
Okay, if you didn't say that, that is fine. But I am telling you what Atoforsen said.
He didn't say that.
He said, say, Omoba 7,200.
It's not true, Sina. It's not true. It's not true, Sina.
You can see it. Baby, I'll be could album. Sina, NDC and Castle Omoba, Ombetia.
One kind of baby. Sina,
But move to cocoa.
Mama correct side
Bernard war record no.
Record wa ha.
Bonenti.
Pacho check it Ghana web.
Sina correct. Sina
information need that before Senaka say omo betua 2,200. You cry your Google search na hwe se Sina what I say nanso no mobile no mate so na MPP cry etua 3,100.
Okay,
so about 2,587. Pacho enyesa.
Sina no kasa on about to force in carry one kasa and drop. And as same way you see MPP you are deliberately confused.
As same way mu Ghanaians na ya we. Bashiru Ghanaians na ya. Iti asenia okay. Meaning say ye ka say Ghana ni bia fa ni phone. Asisi a omo eti no bia gugu wa say. That same way NDC kan ya. And I asem that omo kan. Mobile no so instead of when you share more was cry now some bonu krono aka ho. Oh no. Na mo betu ye cry which was 3,100. What's answer so? In this no try na ka say on the line you have done them no. But try ha ka say why the Ghanaian cocoa farmer a favor because world prices are come from so anti cocoa so. Then you are not being fair to them because at the end of the day no what they were enjoying previously mobile ma better so. It has also affected their pocket. And
I will forgive him. I will forgive Mu production because Coco same way can make us more the sound of honorable to force in the NT. You see, or say
Coco say we no
please. Yes, America. Or say, the MPP world power. The cocoa prices in the international market was high. So what honorable to force said was that Ankaye will buy more. But you know, Chinu, Chinu. So because Ankaye wa buy more, somebody could interpret it say Abia or China. Somebody could also say that if we were there, like if it was in English, clearly, if we were in government, looking at the price of cocoa price in the international market, and can say cocoa farmer any amount we then. So if we were in government then. This was the amount the cocoa farmer was supposed to reduce. Was supposed to get from the cocoa board. Now, we said that with a conditional statement. If you were there, you know, if else statement. They are conditional statement. Now, we have come to government. The international market price no alcohol to an extent that where they even used to small cocoa no cotton under Mumu regime, no Musina Muton 3,200 was saying. But people were smuggling cocoa to Cote d'Ivoire to sell. And let me know what say. People are keeping their cocoa in our country muha. So if you think that we are doing a lot of cocoa farmers disservice, and they could do cocoa, na fa wodi na fa cocoa Cote d'Ivoire cotton and I wo cotton cocoa. Bernard, cotton cocoa, na fa Cote d'Ivoire, na cotton. Na share or many profit. So there was no way. And you see a lot of radio stations, TV stations, Ama NPP people keep making this statement, and mostly I tell them, let's play the sound of Honorable Tofos and even His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. No point did they say that, and did they say that they will sell, they will give cocoa farmers at a certain rate at international market. They gave a conditional statement to that point in time. Now can say almost 7,000 Ghana cedis because looking at the international rate and the percentage are some of them are farmers because farmers, you know. What they do is that when cocoa board goes to buy they are going to buy international market price now. They will give one to the it's even your regime. They will give one to the cocoa farmer. Then the government picks two for other things. Managerial payment of salaries, managerial work and those things.
Fertilizer,
good. Fertilizer, even the social
interventions.
Social interventions are cocoa farmers. So they use those amount of money. No more yes sir in your money. That's why they take the two aspect of it and then give the farmer one. As a then when you calculate it, the cocoa farmer was supposed to when you calculate it and you divide it by 3, the cocoa farmer was supposed to take that amount and not on about 2 and say, and can you buy more the mama cocoa farmer? Let's get this statement correct, right? And you see, in fact, well, I don't want to be doing this, but let me put it across. You see, you are a lawyer. I know you deal with facts. When it comes to issues of factual matters, and if I follow you people a lot, lawyers, I'm very interested in law. Indeed, I follow and listen to them very well. Just that me, but I follow and listen to you. I know how you people want to always hear factual matters. This morning lawyer, Pacho. Me do have a catch up, Mr. We and a lawyer, Jerry, what are your friends saying? Yeah,
Joy.
Jerry Joy, good Joy, Jerry Joy. Well, I don't know whether I have his permission to even say that, but then that's fine. I mean, I was saying we are a lawyer. So when I was can you say, oh, he's my lawyer, oh. And taking you as a lawyer, I can also potentially say that, Miss Minya but I can also say that once I've met you, we are good friends. I can say that, oh, Pacho, me could do bonia, and I say, Obiko, a boom, membraso, and how do you say it? So Obi ko na okotieta members me fa hun this one.
Obi tieta fa hun this.
Na my friend say senior. Chale be bo am na ya settle matter me. Say be wunt me dey so na be plea bargain so a. Na
mama me na membra hotel. So there's a fast check on the petrol fuel and semno.
Yes.
As of June 13, 2026, fuel prices in Ghana have seen a reduction.
Yes.
With the National Petroleum Authority (NPA) setting the new price floor for the second window of June at 13.39 Ghana cedis per liter for petrol and 15.11 per liter for diesel. And the Bashiru, just as you said, no. I'm saying yet to reflect on the pumps, right?
Yes, they are yet to reflect on the pumps because it will start on the 16th of this. 16th of this month. So it's yet to reflect on the pumps.
Okay.
But generally,
as of today,
no, as of today, it is so, and we know the reason why. We don't want to go to the integrity, the integrity of these matters because it be our time. But we all know why the fuel prices are rising and rising, and we all know, of course, undoubtedly. And this is one of the factual things I mean, Mr. Lawyer will discuss here. Because I know the two tables and discuss here, he'll be very factual in this matter. I respect his factuality. When he goes factual, I'll be very happy. In the scene, yeah, of course, definitely, we ourselves expected it. A bill made is granted, and so they will give you a lower figure. That's why I'm saying that if you look at what you mentioned and IEA gave, economy no be good because 78% is a very good pass mark, right? Because our economy is 78% pass, it's a very good one. Infrastructure, infrastructure that's 16. Even with the level at which a human cost, but they have given that 16%, But look at the issue of energy. One of the ministers of Bojuma, Ewo Krumha, who can we Dr. Janapo Friswa, and ye.
But what do we know?
I see a patch or young cow was man. Young cow was man.
Next one will be
Pacho. Well, next one, if it's granted by the presidency, the presidency penny say, a bit more because I award in there. I have no doubt that he will get an award. And one of the places that's why I'm talking about. You see, another place that Omuye Jumapa last ministry way. The kind of thing Omu put in place in last ministry. Miami MP ho. Use Sulemana Ore, on a deputy minister lands and natural resource. And you see the works he's doing, at least for the ministry. It tells you that look, they are working assiduously. And the energy that make come with a percentage of amount. Of course, you see a lot of people now will not understand why Dumso area. But Sina, you will agree with me, say, baby, I'm not Dumso Kakakono. And a new man saying now Dumso Tiano. He's here Artiso. So him. If I think when Bernard was speaking, he spoke about it. Artiso. It was because of this maintenance work. Transformer is your 10 years and over. Yeah, that's what you do. A better function ye. But if you're going to change this transformer and other line changes, say if some lines, what is the lines in the cables in the sensor no. If you are a kitikitia, it means carry the load amount for pay. So they have to change those cables no. It won't take one day to do it. Sometimes you have to break a certain place to make sure that a certain place is being worked on. Because some of them are continuous. It's being worked on. Sano dum so beba. I'm own say, oh, BB cost. But when they are done with it, Nasa Newman in article. Me, the last time I saw Doomsaw was how do you call it? Spentest. And you could hear Doomsaw. It was pure light off. Me who Doomsaw light out was Spentest area. Was I think was it along the within a week? And I'm here. It's off to our 3 hours. Be so. I was some 3 hours, and it was maintenance work. No more say some maintenance work. So it went out. So people will rate it at that level. But lights on the shall say age now so. Oh, positive. It is now going high in that particular sector. So you will see all those ratings and what have you. You will see all those things. Corruption say maybe ada 2.1%. Like I told you, people's expectation were say, oh, yeah, buy a lawyer now mo chichi to police in chichi. And na ya chichi Bernard the moon to basa. But yeah, it has to go through a lot of procedures, processes before you can be able to say be a guilty and that's on you're guilty. But when it's going at that pace, you know, we have questions to ask. Abia and can research we repatriate Miniaba Sedinam and Tema before this exercise was conducted. And KB a cost for chance because Kenneth Forata any Madam Sedinam issue. Do you know that people Amafoni was so and plenty people when they are rating in relation to corruption issue, these are the two matters on mentioned. And when they are mentioning them, based on what was happening, on Metimaka say in your mind shut down cause fear of corruption. But today, one person has been brought to Ghana. Yeah, transfer second person about Beckham. Now just send a bed delay those man. Second person here where? Can Forata? No beba. To assemble no, and I can say a transfer no. So I know that Attorney General and the country is making all efforts to make sure some. But the one you said nam the idea. I said but we need them. We need them to come. Though you are talking about essential. Prosecution are essential, but then we just needed to meet in the country because
said in then you are trying in absentia. Yes. You can also try him in absentia.
Yes, it can happen, but you know, lawyer, you see, sometimes you start setting up issue in Yeshasena or Ghana, but along the way or to quite. But we still went ahead to do it.
Yes.
So at the point we had Sedinam's case a bit before she left.
Oh no, but even Krano, as at the time her case started here, she was in Ghana.
Yes.
But case, and do even the middle of the case. Someone starts crying yet.
But
no, maintain a no. She didn't even because or you accused person, and as an accused person, no one will listen to you.
See now, they go school how?
And say, at
least the case was started.
No, the case now you started, and they say,
yeah, so
they are filing charges against you.
But no,
so Niha, at that point, you don't mount the box, you don't do anything.
Okay.
The onus is on the prosecution to come and prove their case. Say if a prima facie case is made against you, and when I ever feel say be here, it is a can you Niha. Now say you think say she has done something, you go ahead with the process.
See now, a bit more concern. But then, yeah, but that's what we are saying. Say, look, in all these matters, we just needed to hear from Kunefura also because the most important thing is that they shouldn't grant him. He's now looking for a permanent stay in the U.S. Or per se, American. That's one of his plea or person or me. So now we are now fighting that particular thing because once he become an American, that means that so our focus now is how to bring him to Ghana before even he gets to that level. Because and that's our fear. That's why we are just trying to bring him down to Ghana. If those things, assuming that we're able to bring Kenoforata to this country, now Madam said then this corruption and 2.1% according to IEA.
Now oral there no so.
Why?
Na mo fe no kan.
Oral.
Aye.
Oral near him. Oral they say a group here for me
some say no so macheche yi mo we ni nyina mo we prosecute o nyina say ehun hwe.
Nobody saying that you of course prosecution there if you say prosecution you do all those things but then it has to go step by step. Okay. Yeah. Look at how it is becoming. You understand? So we didn't say that amount for oral achicho munyina no and I say oral omo instant ora courtesy na omo ina na ebechi omotum because their complaints people have filed to ora say this is what they suspect. Their allegations people have laid against people and omo dem ora. You know this better than I do. And they're not saying that automatically they still have to go into your matters. That is why I do one issue. They are going into it and you are seeing how it is coming. So on the one, you go to by force. Maybe it can happen like that. Right. You see, perception is different from the reality.
Okay. We had time to deal with your issues and now about, but unfortunately we have about 10 to go. And in 5 minutes on board, where they are tuma obia issue up say o fabiano. Now let's use 5 minutes each for it. But anyway.
And say I can't say madam said na ho say I can't we no. Bernard. Yeah, obia training. Basina. Okay, madam kwa my jama.
Mami kaka kramfa MPP ni army stand off you wan say.
Ewo Aferi Hospital.
Ewo Aferi Hospital. Nanu ya me who post be ya suspended the head of Okonfo.
Vanoji Teaching Hospital. CEO no.
Yes. Esan say we complaining and now we making some decisions based on the fact say the facility no Okonfo Anochi Hospital is under a certain kind of pressure. It is becoming difficult for the hospital to handle it. Sir statement will make here, I mean, at the end of the day, Yamano matching Odyssey. You who say, even within the Ashanti region, you was a Sewa Hospital.
Yeah.
You were the Aferi Military Hospital. I think said there's another hospital, and also was a Kukwamu. I'm not too sure. I'll get the name for you. All these hospitals, hospitals are complete. In fact, if a hospital is about 97% complete, it is as good as being completed. But for some time now, NDC Babem, it's been 1 year, 6 months. These hospitals are not operational. Whilst people are also suffering now, it is putting pressure on Konfanochi. Until the minority, they decided, said, no, let them go and see the state of it. And mind you, the minority are now parliament from the health committee, you know. It is part of their mandate. But they were prevented from going into the facility by the military because they have orders from above. Orders from above, no. Who is the orders from above coming from? Until they were prevented from going into see the facility in a state, any senior ete. What are we doing to ourselves as Ghanaians? The same majority currently, the time omoya minority, no, they went there, they inspected the facilities. They have seen the facilities, how the facility was at that time. And then they prevented the current minority from going there to see the facility in its current state. We know what is happening. It is just a deliberate attempt by the NDC so that Niama, which had been completed, or some of the hospitals that have been completed, especially under Agenda 111, these facilities will not be brought into usage. And we are there, and health facilities be brea, and we are not working with them. And how is this beneficial to the state? How is this beneficial to the country? The ordinary Ghanaian Ohia Health Service. On this particular matter, I think that it was rather unfortunate. But if there is anything that needs to, this matter has to be addressed. So that what are the states of this way and whatever money that is needed to operationalize them. Mamema the figures of how much has been spent on these facilities. In fact, 180 million has been spent on the facility, and the facility is sitting down idling. Meanwhile, no, it only needs an estimate of 200 million Ghana cedis. Look at 200 million Ghana cedis and $180 million, which has been spent on the facility. Our facility needs to say, how can we do this to ourselves as a country? If the ordinary Ghanaian is paying taxes, as you say, the tax net is being broadened to even bring in more people. Nanu ya me call me constituency me almost see EP and so about EP and so JJ sikache say wanya ya 2 storm. Everywhere people are paying money. And when all these monies are paid, that's at the end of the day, no, it is sunk into a facility like this. Not because of politics, indeed. We will not allow the usage of these facilities. Then we are doing a disservice to Ghanaians. Kwame Manuel.
But before one basically just about 2 minutes now time national. Yeah. I don't know what that's you are adequately aware which the audio crown I played this morning say in 2021. Now head minister Kwabena Minta Akando also led a group of persons to the facility, and what happened there no as an abridged version they see this week.
Yes.
And yeah, you do me, I do you now.
No, the circumstances are different. Oshe, the circumstance of the first one, Omokoha, it is far different from this one. Inti say, if they want to compare, say you do me, I do you. Into the state facility, I spending about $180 million. No, should sit down and rot. Then it's your government now.
No, but my question is as to your operationalize you, but going there to inspect the facility, no. And an American said, Kwabena Minta Akando, ranking member energy committee in Parliament in 2021. Also, cause Otication say
yes, but at the end of the day, they inspected the property. Yes, Yamamomo access. They inspected it. Into what is the difference now? Where the minority has been refused, that inspection, and that is the difference.
Oh, okay. You see, but you mean issues want to be so up a prayer again in another fan. I mentioned me time when the fan icon was. Do I have to?
Yes. See now, you see, Sergeant Dam win jai. More hamu. And all this thing, you see now, baby, a hospital in Sinu. It hasn't changed from a military zone to a civilian zone. Time ana minu ya penyini anam papa akando alcohol inspector say adwuma. It was a military zone. It hasn't changed from a military zone to a civilian zone. Ezina me no nyina de way ene se bibi wo Bema camp now say we Bema sebi nkoto fa kwase aka say wo kwa alcohol inspector bibi wo ha bra wo mbo amanie. One show say camera and down so a ube pie no na waso nyina ata moja obi an hu say bibia obi obo. The truth is that when the current minister Honorable Akando, when he was going there to inspect the work, the military officer Omohono, they stated said they had to go back and go to the right channel and procedures to be able to come and inspect the place. But go through the right processes and procedures before you can come and look at the hospital. They went back, went through the right processes, and were able to access it. Now you have come MPP. Mostly I see how Muko inspect it. Now Muko inspect this wa. Modia moye kumasi inti. Modia say kumasi inti. Mubet maye ne mupe ho. Inti mu kwa inspector hospital without going through the normal process amuma NDC for when we were also in a position no. Now military no mepani. They don't agree. So they also went in to inspect the place and the military told them say no. So now ko prior request tell person who project na that one before we allow you entry. So Sergeant Dam Munjai, it is still a military zone. An unauthorized place is a one careless and alcohol. Just as it was a military zone under when NDC was in the position, the same way say a military zone. Now that we are in power, and the military will not allow you to do whatever you want there. They will not allow you. Even police will not allow you to do what you want to do there. So I don't even fancy her. So Jandam na mo yen wo no mo fan. You see, because you see, Ashanti Man, they are very disappointed in MPP. As we speak now, if you don't take care. That's why the Conco see Ashanti Man say almost to aba. If you don't take care, MPP results will further go down. I'm telling you. I'm social media post. I'm telling you, I'm social media. I'm telling you, my son.
It's an imagination.
No. I'm telling you. See that? You know what? Sir, for a military hospital, now nipa do one na nim say NDC a year could do 90%. Ebi no say 90%, ebi no say 95%. But what dem mama fan 90%. Now man for do one na nim say NDC a year adwuma no say be do 90% and san e free akonya so 2016. Or yeah, 2017 January. Now man for be na nim. Ashanti region no mu nim. Amon for do no mu nim. Na ene omo ko hoyi the facts has been brought out. In fact, all videos are here. And no can hold and a silent no. NDC had made the 10 to 90%. Modi 10% back home. Amanere Jumano for good 8 years. Ashanti Maya more strongholds. Yes, some pay development mahono. Modi 8 years. One timia one yampo. That's a obiaba 2 years. 1.5 years, kura. 1 year.
But former president another commission you.
Now amuko hono. When they looked into a facility no, hospital equipment room. What are you going to commission? Are they in Kurane or one money in Jaimu amuko hospital amuko shomohana. Even so Kurana the equipment ko. So you don't commission a hospital empty. Now call. So when we were commissioning the Bank of Ghana hospital, no, was it empty when we were commissioning it? Rich Hospital, when we were commissioning, was it empty when we were commissioning it? Now, Bamuko commission empty hospitals. Sergeant, the one baby is empty. There are nothing inside it.
What do you tell me now, Kafario?
Oh, sir, it's Sina. Menuka say, MPP, yeah, Kurana, Kamumbuabuamo, MPC Ninano. MPC no mombo boni nyina no enfa nkoma Ashanti Hene. Do you know as we speak now? The Ashanti Hene even runs around call for development more than the MPP MPs. Tell me which project in Ashanti region echo Ashanti region, especially from the NDC aside the MPs no more hono. Near regional minister say more hono. Aside or no Ashanti Hene send him. The Great Kenyatta Market, Ashanti Hene say wom. Even this Afara military hospital, no room. All the big projects are echo Ashanti Hene room. The MPP was supposed to be calling for development for Ashanti region because more than a majority or. But NDC is rather calling for development and Ashanti is supporting it. Yeah, say okay, Mumu MPP for you now, Musiti, Mumbuano, Nefama Ashanti Hene because he's doing the lobby work for you people. The way you're supposed to do. You can't say you see Express Road, ever benefit Kumasino. See ya. What's in here? Omo MPR, Omo Bantama, and you know Bantama is a place for Muma MPP for Abapa. Asensubuachi. What is a small kind? Or say a bogus? Omo Pesa Express Road no. When we are bringing Okasa, yet here we heard it loud and clear. What is your Miana? What is your Miana? No, Okasa because of the customer we always refer to him. Anytime that development is coming to Ashanti region, and especially it's coming from the NDC, MPP before for some Bogu. Meanwhile, we are developing it for your own people. Yeah, they still now vote. Munya vote in chair Ashanti region. So when you're developing it, it's for your own good for us to develop it for you. At least in this scene, I know they make Pracho Bernard Munfantun chair, Mamun can't want them. Now when you see that, who chair me see that? If you are living in a glass house, you don't throw stones. Coach and I can't ask them. Now, who me? Who would himself live in a glass house? There be also rare. And stones are now auto. And now what to stone number never borrow die. What's a plea bargaining? Me, the only reason why I support the plea bargaining is because the quantum of money a room no. A bit me see school mobi. A curasi be. A bit me see chips company a curasi be. A bit me contrast at least a road be. And now I at the public development about by my. That's the only reason why I support it. But even as that, I still think that the plea bargain should come along with imprisonment. Kakra. At least I remember 10 years. Now so be a plea bargain now. Yeah, man 5 years and I am 4 years be. So I use the rest of the year to pay the money. So that the government will not lose absolutely. But there will be something so deterrent. Be deter from going ahead to say who could we sika. Because if we don't do that, MPP we know what they can do. One time, maybe in 2015 or 2017 or mobile power, they can ride on the back of plea bargaining. No one can say, oh, well, plea bargaining wɔ hɔ nti me wie sika so that on match me for 3 years I mean on make us a plea bargaining na ma me the sika na koye investment what you America no what the sika na koye investment na I yield benefit amount but when you put imprisonment as part of it who could dema and also no ebeka ho detail so nobody will say that oh okay plea bargaining wɔ hɔ so I will still a quantum of money na me na koye investment on beka na makoyi sa principal no mo dey come on so that the rest of the interest no more far. But when they put you in prison and they allow you to pay the money in addition, Ochina, wakola bi bono oye na adwin so we will be sika na Ghana man sika na adwin best circle left and right center. Asana Coast Street.
Come say e come 2 minutes o.
David 2 minutes. Sini asa.
No e come 2 minutes.
Sini asa. What time no kura so? 10:05.
Oh.
Ai, time aso.
Time aso. Nti sina.
But so can I say I mean kwamna do for your man no okay I say kwamna do for your man please
sina jaya kwa na mpo sina ukasem
yo
wakasa yi
sina kwa mama nkasa mama nka ba kunka ho
sina abe
wakasa mama nkasa
5 minutes
plea bargaining enya ade ye foforo initially no ye ko Dr. Ine oh, say plea bargaining there is part of our laws. I think at 1079 it's part of our laws which we have passed. Yes, and being in no be any since when no.
Since when?
It was passed in 2022.
Under your regime.
Yes, but it has always been part of.
That is why I'm telling you, sir,
it's always been part of it. But in 2022, no, your people were also in parliament. Your people were in parliament.
Issues of which means we BT. You see how many I can tell you say which means use this money 30 million way or they are going for investment. What is going to be?
Or say what?
If you are going for Isikano, any aba. Principal the aba. No one interest.
Unibank is.
That's why they brought the plea bargaining.
And at the end of the day, no, we're close to investment. But state,
into wakoye investment inside investment and then obeko koyi sa principal no dey mama no we give interest no
and na dey for cry
sina we tini ku kakra money dem kakra sina
before I benefited from it under Unibank say want to me also benefit here there's no problem
but you see we shouldn't make it say all the time no enko plea bargaining and yes sir it won't deter people Bernard look the thing will not deter people.
Sorry, Uncle.
Me sorry.
Alright, so I said, Dankoma, Isaac Opoku, DJ Kojo Hansen, Akye Abia, and Ade Akye Abia, who's a duo producer at large. The family chief captain Fred Marshall, Hinana Kwame Amo. Kamia Duma no me nuba, and Akye Abia will be on with Mohuye. So make a date. Yamia Dumwa Wachina. We said then you although for Bema departure, we will see tomorrow. And you 7 to 9. And you 7 to 9. This year it was season of restoration. So Nana watch for fraud don't for the Adum Yeno. Yan fire Yadia in Ebusiani Ado for your Jumia Sika, some Yapom, then young Kwambibia. Yan Fashira Densa, I want Pibum. And the word that will become the light onto our feet.